director of Selinsgrove Music. Let's give him a hand.
SBC Media Partners presents Selinsgrove Seals Football. Selinsgrove Seals Football on SBC Sports Live.
Was the first time the two teams met in 4 decades, with the Seals getting their first win. Prior to that, from 1981 to 1984, the Millionaires won all 4 matchups against the Seals. Seals got the win last year. We talked about that, rolling up 308 yards. Last week, Brett Rice had his second 100-yard game of the season, gaining 130 yards on 25 carries. He added 2 touchdowns for the Seals offense. Rice had just 30 yards at halftime, thus rushing for 130 yards in the second half for the senior. Andrew Gesmaria was the only other running back to carry the ball. Rocco Amato completed 4 of 11 passes for 56 yards, connecting to 3 different targets. Amato connected on his first touchdown of the season, a 24-yarder to Jake Bettle. He did not turn the ball over. Bettle has been a reliable target in the passing game, as Ryan talked about, big part of what's going on, and that's going to have to increase with the loss of senior Wyatt Teach, as he's catching multiple passes in each game of the season. While Amato's 17-yard rushing don't look much, but some of those came on sacks, but he did leg out a 12-yard first down run for the junior quarterback. For the Selinsgrove Seals, on the defensive side, we talked about the interception return by Owen Hoffman. He also added 11 tackles. It's the first career double-double tackle game for the junior. And after forcing 2 turnovers in the first 3 weeks, the Seals defense forced 3 against the Central Mountain Wildcats. Hoffman picked up a key block from Logan Dresser to spring the return. Dresser continued his strong play with 8 tackles. He also ripped the ball away from a Central Mountain kicker returner for the Seals. That came in the 4th quarter. Big play for Logan Dresser. Max Sheltman flashed from his defensive end position, contributed 6 tackles, 2.5 tackles for loss, combining with freshman Blake Dresser for a sack. Dresser also recovered a muffed punt, leading to the Seals' touchdown right before halftime. Also, Dalton McDermott carried the ball for Central Mountain 23 times for 86 yards against the Seals, but held to just 4 yards or less on 17 of those carries. Both teams getting ready to take the field, getting ready for the opening kickoff. Selinsgrove trying to make it back-to-back wins for the first time in 2025 season, and it would be a big one against this 3-1 Williamsport Millionaires. When we come back, we'll also join you live on the YouTube channel, so don't go anywhere as we bring you the video coverage. This is Seals Game Day, brought to you by Sunbury Motors on Eagle 107, Eagle107.com, and on the SBC Sports Live YouTube channel.
Gear up for the fall season in a Subaru from W&L. Take on the Friday Night Lights in a 2025 Subaru Crosstrek with a low 0% financing for 72 months.
Or get to your favorite camping destination in a Subaru Outback and cozy up with the family around a crackling campfire.
Need more adrenaline? The Subaru Forester is ready to take you up to the mountains for an off-road trailblazing adventure with as low as 0.9% financing for 72 months.
See us off Route 11 in Northumberland, at the Williamsport Fair this month, and online at WNLSubaru.com.
High school football season is here. Cheer for the Seals with us at the Selinsgrove Dairy Queen. There's no better place to celebrate. We have your favorite eats and treats, from burgers to blizzards, and don't forget our ice cream cakes. Selinsgrove DQ Grill and Chill for the win. Go Seals.
At Blaze Alexander Chevrolet GMC of Selinsgrove, we know everyday vehicles aren't so everyday. They're what get you to the kids' sporting events, practices, and family road trips. They're what you count on to tow the boats to the lake or haul ATVs to the trails. And right now, you can drive home your perfect everyday ride with up to $16,000 off select makes and models. Because at Blaze Alexander Chevrolet GMC of Selinsgrove, even if your everyday vehicle isn't so ordinary, your savings will be, because we're taking the deals the other guys won't.
My favorite part is the staff, and the aides are wonderful, and they treat us so well. We're always doing things, playing games. I think they're playing volleyball right now.
I love Nottingham. It's the third nursing home I've worked at. Nottingham truly treats you like a family. They really are concerned with what's going on with you. There's nothing like being with the residents. I mean, you're a part of their lives now. You actually become part of their family on more than one occasion.
And both teams have taken the field as we get ready for the top of the hour and get this kickoff underway as we get ready to wrap up Seals Game Day, brought to you by Sunbury Motors. But first, we go to Ryan about what's going to seal the deal for victory for the Selinsgrove Seals.
Well, I think more Rice. I think they're going to need to rely on him, especially early on in this game. Get a field going, and then let the passing game come. You know, it's going to be different without Teets out there. So I think running the ball, and with some success. It doesn't have to be huge plays, although Rice has been close many times this year at breaking the big ones. But those 6-7 yard runs are very, very powerful. So I think offensively that's a big part. And defensively, get back to tackling. They did phenomenal the first 3 weeks when they got to that point of the tackle, wrapping up and dragging guys down. Last week, against their easiest team they have on the schedule, it's like they kind of lost that focus. There was a lot of arm tackles that were broken and extra yards were gained because of it. So I think defensively, you gotta wrap them up, bring them down. Offensively, I think Rice is going to have to really have another big game. And then ultimately, the turnover and penalty battle. We saw what the turnover or the penalties did to Central Mountain last week. I don't know if I've ever seen a team in one high school game have so many yards against them and so many penalties throughout a game, and it was detrimental for them. It was horrendous. So keep it clean and defense tackle, and Rice has got to get things going. If that's the case, I think Seals can win this game.
Seals captains getting ready to take the field, and that is Rocco Amato, Brett Rice, Owen Hoffman, and Logan Dressler, the captains for the Selinsgrove Seals. Beautiful night, 77 degrees right now. It's going to get into the lower 70s before we wrap things up here from Selinsgrove. This has been Seals Game Day, driven by Sunbury Motors with Ford, Hyundai's in the North 4th Street Auto Plaza in Sunbury, and Sunbury Motors Kia's routes 11 and 15 on the Strip in Hummel's Wharf. Taken at the probable starters for both teams. Start with the Selinsgrove Seals, Amato at quarterback, Rice, and it will be Max Sheltman as the fullback in the backfield with Brett Rice. The receiver, Scorzone and Neidick, both sophomores. The tight end, Bettel, comes in. He'll be the leading receiver following the Teats not playing tonight. Up front, Owen Hoffman, Magnuson, Dressler, that's Logan Dressler, Jack Peters, and Ethan Portwood. On the defensive side, the corners will be Brett Rice, Jonathan Neidick. The safety will be Scorzone. The linebackers, Bettel, Carter, Hoffman, and Logan Dressler. Up front will be Blake Dressler, Max Sheltman, Jack Peters, and Ethan Portwood. Ethan Portwood is the sophomore at 6'2", 235. Jack Peters, the senior, at 6'1", 240 pounds for the Selinsgrove Seals. For the Williamsport Millionaires, their quarterbacks, Tevin Williams, the sophomore, 6'3", 170 on the season, 29 for 55, 513 yards, 4 touchdowns, and 2 picks. In the backfield, you'll see number 12, White, along with number 15, Walker. They go with a 3 running back look at times with Naughton, Lucas Naughton, number 19. And the wide receivers, Ungard and Dem Schroeder. The up front for the Williamsport Millionaires will be Minor, Stroud, Newcomer, Thomas, and Fluke. On the defensive side, the defensive backfields, Demick, White, and Evelhair, Walker. Up front, the linebackers, Ungard, Almer, and Naughton. And then the defensive line for the Williamsport Millionaires will be Stroud, Thompson, Parker, and Minor. Minor's the junior, 6'5", 245. Jaden Parker, number 72, they have him listed as a junior, 6'2", 355 pounds. As the Selinsgrove Seals will kick off first. That means, as Steve Briggs would always tell you, it allows you to take a look at the team, look at the whole first half, and get the ball in the second half. It's crucial, especially you're going to be in a position where you have the lead or you get a late score, take that momentum, and then get the ball in the second half. And it's always crucial. Any coach loves to have that opportunity, as Logan Dressler will tee it up for the Selinsgrove Seals to kick this one away. Again, Selinsgrove coming off a win a week ago where they beat the Central Mountain Wildcats 27-3. Williamsport trying to bounce back after a loss last week where they fell to the Shikellamy Braves, and they fell into that one. They fell 35-14. You heard the keys to the game. We'll keep an eye on them as we go throughout the night, as this ball game here on Eagle 107, Eagle107.com, and on the SBC Sports Live YouTube starts with an onside kick as Logan Dressler kicks it, tries to jump on top of it, and looks like the Selinsgrove Seals come away with it.
That's an awesome start. That's what you want.
That's film, because what happens is the coaches watch and they look at the front line. As soon as they go to kick off, the front line bails and they run away. So you see that, and Logan Dressler's onside kick recovers it. Selinsgrove has it first down at 10. As now, not only will they start the first half with the ball, they'll start the second half with the ball. What a play for the Seals to get underway tonight.
And it only just feeds off of last week, where I thought the coaching staff did a lot of really smart, good things. This is a really good coaching staff. They're doing everything they can to put these young men in position to win.
We'll have it first down at 10. Looks like a 3-back look. Actually, Owen Hoffman's going to come out to start. You wonder if there's an issue with his equipment of some kind. So they're going to have to make a quick adjustment. They are running into the game for the Selinsgrove Seals. This is number 68, and that is up.
I think maybe his helmet came off. So that was the case.
They sent him to the sidelines. Hopefully that's all it was. Maybe for one play, and he'll get back in the game. First down and 10 for Amato. Power eye look. Give it to the deep man, Rice. Trying to squeeze between defenders. Not able to. Going to pick up maybe one. It'll be second down and 9. It just, as we said, Owen Hoffman back in the game after making that adjustment, as you said, where his helmet came off. You got to come out for one, and he's back in. But Seals going with that power look and get a yard. Second down and 9 at the Williamsport 46-yard line.
And actually, Pat, referees gave a very favorable spot there, so they're looking at second and 8.
Sending Neidick far to the right for the Seals. Staying with the tight look. Amato looks over the defense. Getting the snap. Pitch it to Rice. Going left. Underneath the would-be tackler. He's going to get a yard. They'll make this, as you said, they did give him that extra yard. So he's back to the original line of scrimmage. It's going to be a 3rd down and 8 for the Seals.
Yeah, Selinsgrove just unable to turn in the outside containment. That's where Rice wanted to go. He saw he wasn't quite getting the block he needed, and he cut it back in, which is what he did last week on many runs, many big runs. That time, Williamsport all over it and brought him down to the line of scrimmage.
Again, Neidig will go to the right. Scorzone will come to the left. That's the near side to the Selinsgrove sideline. I formation behind Amato. 3rd down and 8. Drops back. Looking for a quick toss. Gets it out to Neidig. Makes the catch at the 41, and that's where he'll go down. So it'll be at the 41-yard line. It'll be a 4th down and 3 for the Seals, and they'll keep the offense out there.
I like this call. You need some wins. This is a game you can win. You got to be aggressive. Play to win the game. And this call right here on 4th down and 3 is exactly the type of things, if they can convert it, that get you wins.
Well, it's looking for a big one. It's too far to get the Seals shoved, so they will line up with 2 wide receivers to the left. Bettle to the right as the tight end. I formation. Dropping back as Amato. Heavy pressure, and he's going to go down. Big loss on the play as a Williamsport guy looks Amato right in the face and barks at him.
Yeah, stood right over top of him, Pat, screamed in his face.
That was the NFL. That's a flag.
Yep.
But not on the high school level, at least not on that one there.
Not yet.
No.
It will when things get out of hand, because that's how sometimes it happens. But yeah, unfortunately there, 3 guys just blew through. Got to Amato pretty quick. Nothing he could do there. It looked like he was getting ready to take off, but he didn't even have time to make that decision.
So Williamsport comes up with the defensive stop. We'll have it 1st down and 10. Williams in the shotgun. Quick throw. Gets it out to the left. Catch is made. And just going to squeeze through is a receiver for a yard. And not much after that. That was White on the catch. Giovanni White, the senior, 6'1", 185, but they'll give him 1, 2nd down and 9 for the Millionaires.
Really nice job there by both Portwood and Rice. They didn't get the tackle, but they contained the receiver in the backfield. He was not moving upfield. He wasn't going left to right, and allowed other guys to come in and get it for the short gain.
Trips to the right this time for the Millionaires. 2nd down and 9 in Selinsgrove territory. Give it to the lone back in the backfield. Not much there. Maybe a yard. Goes down. Host of red shirts on the stop for the Seals. So as the Seals dealt with a 3rd and long, this is what Williamsport's going to deal with. A 3rd down, call it 8 at the Selinsgrove 47-yard line.
And those are the kind of tackles we were talking about. That's Jack Peters right there, just wrap it up and does not let go. He swallowed the running back and now forcing a 3rd and a long 7 or short 8.
1 wide receiver split to the left, the trips. Now a receiver goes from right to left and comes back around the quarterback. Go with the reverse. Pitch goes to the speed sweep. Not going to get there. That's Dan Schroeder on the carry. Pickup of a half yard. It'll be a 4th down. See what Williamsport does as they'll have it 4th and long at the Selinsgrove 47-yard line.
Oh, great start for the sophomore Ethan Portwood. He's out there making things happen here defensively. He just dove, showing some speed out of the big boy, and made that tackle for no gain.
Wide receivers each side as they're going to punt this one away. Waiting for it at his own 10-yard line is the Seals return man. He's going to let it hit the turf and go into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. That was Scorzone back there, but he smartly, we talk about all the time, like you see the momentum of the ball. It's flying towards you. A chance to jump out of the way, let that one go past, and that's exactly what Scorzone does there. He gives Selinsgrove the ball at their own 20-yard line. 1st down and 10. Their 2nd possession of the night. If you're just joining us, Seals started with an onside kick, recovered it, had great field position in Williamsport territory, but were unable to come up with the 1st down on a 4th down and 2. But the defense now for the Seals get the stop. They get it back 1st down and 10 at their own 20-yard line. 2 wide receivers split to the left. I formation behind Amato. Give it to the deep man, Rice. It's going to squeeze through. Positive play. Take it out beyond the 21, 22-yard line for the Seals. Give them a couple yards on the carry. 2nd down and 8. Host of white shirts in on the stop, led by number 72. That's Jaden Parker, 6'2", 355 pounds in the middle of that defense for the Millionaires.
Selinsgrove just didn't get any second-tier blocking there. Everything was just at the line of scrimmage. So the linebackers for Williamsport were untouched. They're able to react and clog the hole. That's all that is right there. Some of these guys got to get downfield and get that second-level block.
Second down and long. Wide receivers each side. Rice gets the call again. He's at the second level. He's met by a Williamsport defender. That's Evelhair, the sophomore, 5'10", 150 pounds, makes the stop, or else Rice might still be running. But it's enough for a Selinsgrove first down. First of the night for the Seals.
And we know it, Pat. I mean, you're just talking to Coach Wenner. He said it as well. Rice is going to be a big key to a victory tonight. He's going to have a big game. And like I said, it doesn't have to be big runs. He just needs to be consistently moving forward. And right there, it's 7 yards, but what an important 7-yard run.
They'll stay with the I formation, but this time send two wide receivers to the left for the Seals. That's where Amato's rolling, looking. He's going to throw it. Catch by Neidig, thrown out of bounds at the 39-yard line. Neidig, the sophomore, getting the opportunity to be the focused wide receiver and making the most of it in this first half. His second catch, this one for 7 yards. Actually, for 8 after it's all said and done. It'll be a second down and 2 for the Seals.
That's a beautiful pass and catch. Rolling out here to the near side, thrown across his body. Amato threw it on the money. And you know what? He had the opportunity. He had his choice there. He could either throw it or run it. But he felt confident as a receiver coming out of that break, and he guessed right. He got it.
He was knocked out of bounds by Schroeder for the Williamsport defense. Second down and 2. Give it to Rice off the right. Caught in the backfield. Spins out of a tackle. Close to the first down marker for the senior running back. That time on a stop for the Millionaires was Davis, the senior at 6 foot 245. But Rice able to muscle his way for a first down for the Seals. Like what we're seeing from the Seals, getting those positive plays. And you said it during pregame. We're not talking about everything has to be a 50-yard run. You keep it going, 2 here, 3 there. Pick them apart. Run the ball. Seals in a position where they're going to do a lot of go on fourth down.
Yeah,
so use all 4 downs.
Especially in Williamsport's side of the field.
The wide receivers to the right this time for Amato. Give to Rice again. Off to the right. Bounce it to the outside using that quickness. Runs over a corner who ends up making the tackle. But again, Rice falls forward. Making the stop on the far side corner was Thomas. But another positive play beyond the 45 to the 47-yard line. So it'll be a second down and 5 for the Seals.
And that was Rice improvising. What was designed there got clogged. And the athlete that he is, he made a decision and changed his route, and it just barreled through, and it's 4 yards. 4 yards on first down.
5:40 to go in the opening quarter. No score between the Seals and the Millionaires. Seals have it second down. We're calling it 6. Give it to the fullback, straight up the middle. And he's going to be blown back. Maybe give him 2 yards on the run. That's the fullback getting the call that time. And that was number 9, Guess Maria. Coming back into the game for the Seals will be Sheltman. He was listed as a starting fullback. He'll come in for Jess Maria on this third down play for the Seals. The ball sits right at midfield. Called a third down and 4. Coming up on 5 minutes to go in the opening quarter. No score.
Don't be surprised if they run here. This could be 2-down territory as the game is at midfield.
Wide receivers to each side. Amato takes the snap. Give it to Rice. Bounces to the 50, but then goes quickly down at the 50-yard line. He was met, turned to the ground. That was by Naughton, the senior linebacker. But again, exactly what we talked about. This is 4-down territory. Going to go with 4 downs. They have it 4th down and 2 in Williamsport territory, just outside of the 49-yard line. Amato gets the call from the sidelines.
This could be the play where Amato uses his legs. It's two long yards here. He can roll out and make the threat in the pass because Williamsport's been putting 8 guys in the box now the last couple plays.
No safety.
No safety.
Maybe Bettle. Rolling to the left is Amato. Looking, he's got some green grass. Nope, he's going to throw it, and it's caught at the sideline. Knocked out of bounds is Neidig. On the coverage was White, Giovanni White, but it's a first down and a beautiful throw by your junior quarterback for the first down.
And it's the exact same play they ran on first down where they hit Neidig. It's just like an 8 to 10 yard out. Timing was there. Amato's definitely comfortable with that route and throw. And why not go back to it if it worked earlier? But be careful how many times you go to that well. Williamsport might be ready to jump it.
That's where you try to see how are those plays making the defense flow, and can you catch them off guard and come back the other way? They're going to go with the power look this time. In the backfield for the Seals, number 14, that's Hollenbach, Jet Hollenbach, and he's going to get the call. No, actually, it's going to be, is that Jess Marie or is that Max Sheltman? It's 5, not 9, who gets the call from that power look. Goes straight up the middle. Another first down for the Seals, inside the 30, down to the 28-yard line before Sheltman is finally taken to the turf.
And what's nice about drives like this, Pat, versus the big play touchdowns, this puts a wearing effect on a defense. When a team is just running it at you, and every once in a while in their passing, they're even rolling the QB out. You're constantly chasing, you're constantly fighting, and it's for multiple plays. This drive's going to take up some time and definitely be a lot of plays and wear on that defense.
Stay with that power look. Go to Rice between the tackles. Great push by that offensive line, and great strength by Rice to get it to the 20-yard line. Up front with Hoffman, Magnuson, Dresser, Peters, and Portwood, and the tight end, Bettle, along with the fullbacks, along with Sheltman and also Hollenbach, getting a great push. 2nd down and 2 for the Seals.
Glad to see Rice got right up. That was a big hit that he took. He's being tackled, just about to fall to his knees. And I think it was safety came in. I think they actually hit face mask to face mask. I didn't like the way Rice bent there, but he's up, no problem.
2nd down and short for the Seals. Putting a lot of pressure on the defense. Give it to the fullback again, and down quickly goes Sheltman, right at the 20-yard line. Back to the original line of scrimmage. So now it's a 3rd down and less than 2 for the Seals. A quick move in first quarter with 2:46 to go in this first quarter. No score between the Seals and the Millionaires.
This should be 2 runs no matter what. You've had success. Majority of your runs have been for 2-3 yards. 2 runs in a row here is what I expect, unless maybe it's a designed quarterback keeper.
3rd down for the Seals. Giving it to Rice. Trying to go wide this time. Loss on the play. He's going to lose it all the way back to the 24-yard line. So it's going to be a loss of 3.5, 4 yards for the Seals. So now they'll have it 4th down, and there's a man down on the turf for the Seals as the training staff will come out to take a look.
Now, the tough thing with that play is you're throwing it backwards 2-3 yards. And in that time of that pitch, the defense has time to react there. And unfortunately, they looked like they were sending a run blitz on that far side. So there were guys there right away. No chance for any gain there for Selinsgrove. Now, 4th and 5. Probably going to have to do something with Amato here. Rolling him out again. Can you go back to the out for the 3rd time tonight, Ig? Is it too risky? I would imagine Williamsport here with the injury, they're going to be able to discuss that as well. Be ready for the out. Is this where Selinsgrove stays aggressive and maybe try just throw one deep in the end zone? I don't know. Amato's got the ability, but I would like to see him mobile here. I don't want to see him stay in the pocket because he can pick up 5 yards with his legs as well.
Selinsgrove Seal Football on SBC Sports Live is sponsored in part by E.H. Kleckner, J.J. Powell, and Zimmerman Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram truck. Coming off is Bettle, his own power, explaining the situation to the medical staff as he makes his way. A little hitch in his giddy up. Hopefully he gets back out there. He's a big part of what goes on for the Seals.
Yeah, cannot afford not to have him on the field.
So it'll be a 4th down, calling it 6 for the Seals. 2:06 to go in the opening quarter with no score. Amato in the shotgun, drops back, some pressure, gets rid of it, slant to Neidig, in and out of his hands, and falls incomplete. A high pass to Neidig, and he did everything he could to come up with it. Well defended out there that for the Millionaire defense by Walker. Turnover on downs, back to the Millionaires.
I mean, yeah, we want to score, but that was a great job of changing the field. I know when that ball was at midfield and it was 4th down, they were going for it. That was a conversation with the coaching staff. Man, our defense came out first possession, did their job. Maybe we punted here. Nah, let's stay aggressive. Well, it ultimately worked out. You didn't get a score, but you basically punted with those extra drives, and now Williamsport's back pretty far.
1st down and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Williams gets the snap, gets it out to his receiver, making the catch at the 27, and bumped out of bounds. As Stam Schroeder on the catch, the junior 6 foot, 180 pounds, makes the catch. 5-yard pickup, maybe 6. It'll be 2nd down and 4 at the 30-yard line for the Millionaires. Williams has a quick release, the sophomore quarterback, as you mentioned, tall, slender, Randall Cunningham, for those who can go back that far. He gets the snap, gets rid of it again. Man makes the catch for Williamsport dragging the defender as that's Ungard making the catch. Rice on the stop. It'll be enough for a Williamsport first down as they'll mark it at the 34-yard line. 1:45 to go in the opening quarter. No score between the Seals and the Millionaires. Seals trying to make it back-to-back wins after a win last week against Central Mountain. Williamsport trying to bounce back after a loss to Shikellamy last week. Williams talking to the coaching staff on the far side. He's going to have 3 backs in the backfield with them. 2 wide receivers, 1 to each side. Long count, getting the snap. Gives it to the deep man. Straight up the middle. Nothing there. Met by a host of red shirts. They finally blow the whistle. Give them 1 after the continuous push. Getting off the bottom of that pile for the Seals was Hollenbach. Led the way for the Seals defense.
Well, this Seals defense has had no issues early on here in the game in this first quarter stopping Williamsport's run game. Williamsport on this drive having a little bit of success on these really short little dump passes, but they're not a big threat unless you try and overplay them and get beat deep.
Getting the snap is Williams. Looking left. Gets rid of it. Got man in the flat. Making the catch. That's Domtrotter making the catch once again, but they're picking you apart. Little here, little there is what Williamsport offense is right now as they pick up 6 yards on that, 5 yards on that. Be 3rd down and 5. 29 seconds to go in the opening quarter with no score. And no hurry. So no up-tempo like we saw earlier with Twin Valley and Jersey Shore. Williamsport taking their time. Just 15 seconds on the game clock. Williams gets it. He's going to option left. He's going to keep it. Long stride. There's a flag on the play as he goes up the right sideline and finally going to be grabbed from behind out of bounds. But there is a flag on the play. You're going to think this one's going to come all the way back. And while the referees figure this one out, there's another flag down at the end of the play. Let's step aside. Come back. We'll give you the result of that run by the Williamsport Millionaires. Seals football on Eagle 107, eagle107.com.
So that's
as the officials are continuing to talk about the penalty. There was 2 flags. Right at the beginning of the play, there was a flag, which we're hoping to get the call that was a holding by the Millionaires. But at the end of the play, there was a personal foul penalty, we believe, against the Seals. So they walk off the 10 yards, then they'll walk back the 15, and now it's a matter of whether the 15 yards makes it enough for a first down. It'll put them right at the sticks, and they're going to call it a first down. So a first down at 10, because at high school level, it's not an automatic first down, but they did walk off the 15, and that is enough to move the chains for the Millionaires to make this a first down at 10, as they'll have it at their own 44-yard line with just 2 seconds to go in the first quarter. We'll assume is the final play of the first quarter. No score between Williamsport and Selinsgrove. So with that play, that's the end of the first quarter. We'll flip sides of the field, come back, and have the second quarter for you here from Harold L. Bolick Memorial Field.
I'm Kyle Mertz, 5th generation of the Mertz family owning and operating Sunbury Motors. Let's see what Sunbury Motors has to offer.
Get 0% APR for up to 60 months plus a $2,500 SMC discount on a 25 Santa Fe. Or choose a 25 Palisade with the same 0% APR and $2,500 discount. Enjoy a $1,500 discount plus 3.99% APR for 72 months on a 25 Tucson.
Come visit us at the North 4th Street Auto Plaza and be treated to a buying experience like you've never had before.
Big moments deserve big celebrations. The Polished Party Place in Selinsgrove delivers. With shelves of stylish decorations, your event will shine. Plan with Polished Party Place. Custom themes and flawless details. Here, or wherever you are celebrating. Weddings, showers, receptions, graduation parties, birthdays, and so much more.
To the second quarter with no score. Selinsgrove with the only real threat of the night, but they were stopped on downs. And again, Williamsport has the ball at their own 44-yard line, 2nd and 10. They go with the deep man up the right sideline. White's got some room, close to a first down marker. See where the official will mark it. Short of a first down, but he is in the Selinsgrove territory to the 47-yard line. So it's going to be a 3rd down and 1 for the Millionaires.
And probably they'll probably go for a 4th down as they're in Selinsgrove territory. I would imagine they're going to kind of copy exactly how Selinsgrove's going at this game. So Seals defense here, got to come up here with a stop on 3rd down, maybe get a tackle for a loss. Maybe that'll force them to punt.
Continuing that shotgun look with 3 backs in the backfield. Man gets the call going from left to right. That handoff went to Naughton, the senior, 5'8", 195 pounds. He's going to be stopped for loss near midfield. And is that Mason Vasquez on the stop? Welcome back, Mason. He's a big part of this defense for the Seals.
Yeah, glad to have him back, not only because he's a great player, but add some depth. Some guys can get in and out. So welcome back, Mason. Glad to have you. And because of your tackle for a loss there, exactly what happened. They're forced to punt.
It was a punt. Ungard will do the punting for Williamsport. Make sure they're punting. They do. Slow snapped Ungard, but he gets it away. Good punt. Fair catch going to be called by Scorzone at the 10-yard line. Selinsgrove take over 1st down and 10. Their first possession of the second quarter. No score between the Seals and the Millionaires. We're keeping an eye on a lot of other good games going on around the valley. Let's take a look at some of those, a part of our WKOK scoreboard. Jersey Shore leading Shikellamy 6-0. No score in majority of the games other than Southern's leading Bloom 7-0. And that's it. That's no other scoring going on other than, again, Jersey Shore leading 6-0 over Shikellamy and Southern leading Bloom, or actually leading Central Columbia 7-0. A battle of the Columbias, the Southern Columbia against the Central Columbia. Here, Selinsgrove in a 0-0 game against Williamsport. Give it to the deep man, Rice off the left. Able to get it beyond the 15, out towards the 17-yard line. A good burst that time. Good opening up front by the Seals offensive line and make that a 7-yard pickup. Maybe 6. It'll be a 2nd down and 4 for the Seals.
In football, it is so important on 1st down to get some yards. And, man, Rice has gotten that job done tonight. They've handed him the ball many times on 1st down, and he's just been getting yards, setting up a playbook to be wide open for anything you want to do on 2nd down.
Looking for Schmokendam Health Center plays of the game candidates. We didn't have any in that first quarter, but they are a sponsor of our play of the game.
Onside kick, Pat.
Well, we'll give that as a candidate. You argue with me? You're going to yell and scream at me? All right, we'll go with that.
Wait, an onside kick to start the game. That's got to be a candidate.
Put fear in my heart, as no one can do.
Has the kickoff ever been the backbreaker play of the game?
Maybe a kickoff return, but it's simply jumping on top of the ball and going 4 and out. Doesn't necessarily provide much of a candidate for the Schmokendam Health Center backbreaker play of the game. But Coach or Dr. Dunnigan does not mind us continuing to have this conversation about what is the candidate for the Schmokendam Health Center backbreaker play of the game.
Yep.
I formation behind Amato, rolling to his right. Got some time. Get rid of it. Looking for Neidig. Neidig makes the catch off the bobble right in midfield. The kid's having a night. The sophomore receiver stepping up in a big way.
Great catch by Neidig. That was not an easy catch. Over the shoulder, actually well guarded. And there's no way that swipe at the ball didn't get in the way of his vision trying to watch that ball into his hands. But, man, what a presence of mind there from Neidig. 3rd catch already tonight. Man, we weren't expecting the sophomore and Neidig to be stepping up like this quick. But, man, much-needed receptions coming from him.
At the 49-yard line in Selinsgrove territory on this 1st down and 10. Give it to Rice up the middle, 2 yards. 2nd down and 8. Love it. Showing the ability, the wear down. We talked about that. And our very first year of doing Selinsgrove football was me and Ryan covering the 2009 state championship run. And one thing we always said was the conditioning factor, we knew the conditioning was good and it's a wear down, and that's what the running game, you mentioned already, and it's worth mentioning again. Right now, keep giving it to Rice. There's some wear down factor. Open up some of the passing game. 2nd down and 8 in the second quarter with no score, coming up on 9 minutes. Go to Rice again. Gets a good block by Bettle. Got some room. Second level. Now he's going to run away from defenders. At the 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Selinsgrove Seals.
And those are the things they're going to have to do tonight. They're going to have to trust in Rice. Feed him, feed him, feed him. He's here to eat. And he got himself in the end zone. First score of the game. Selinsgrove taking the lead early on here in the second quarter. That is exactly what we were hoping to see tonight. And I'm really happy for that young man. He's been working hard week in and week out. Now, I want to touch a little bit, too, on that drive. Amato, not even that drive, this game so far, he's been very accurate. He's managing this offense very well. If he can play this way the whole game, Selinsgrove is going to be in a great position to win this one.
As Weiser will attempt the extra point off of the hold by Thomas. It's down, up, and it's good. So Selinsgrove get the first points of the game. We'll come back, have the kickoff by the Seals as they lead 7-0. This is Selinsgrove football presented by Selinsgrove Ford on Eagle 107 and Eagle107.com.
Buy the best pre-owned vehicle from the area's #1 certified pre-owned Ford dealer, Selinsgrove Ford. Selinsgrove Ford at the bridge in Selinsgrove and at Selinsgroveford.com.
We think we've added more to the candidate for the Smoky-Dam Health Center backbreaker play of the game. How about the touchdown run by Rice, completing the 5-play, 90-yard drive, going 1 minute and 9 seconds, finished off by Rice's 49-yard touchdown run, his 4th of the season. The extra point good, and Selinsgrove leads 7-0. That's the Selinsgrove Ford drive summary.
I'm still going with the opening kickoff onside kick.
That's because you're stubborn.
Setting the tone.
Big mention in there is the passing game opening up things like that. Neidig, 4 catches for 49 yards for the Seals. As Dresser has to come to the sideline. Not sure he is the guy who kicks off, but is there some medical stuff going on? Is he trying to get to a necklace to take a necklace off? Not really sure. Rice on the night already, Ryan. 13 carries, 89 yards, and a touchdown. Now, of course, the 49-yard touchdown run helps those numbers. But even to take that 49 out, to think he was already at nearing 30-some yards running for the night, is pretty darn good for a first half for Rice.
The big touchdown run is just a reward for the other hard work he was doing before that. And, hey, listen, last week, second half, he had 100 yards exactly in the half. So this could be 2 weeks in a row where he has 100 yards in one half. And, that, like we said before the game, like Coach Wenrick talked about this week, he's going to have a good running game. He's going to have to produce. And so far, he's doing more than what they were probably anticipating.
So have to get some things straightened out. Looks like they have to put in another kicker. I'm trying to see if we see a number there. Who's going to be doing the kicking for the Seals? Trying to see if it's number 33 will be doing it. That's Fegley who will be doing the kickoff chores for the Seals in a backup role. Kick is away. Decent kick. End over end. Return man at the 10. 15 to the 20 up the right hash. Met and White will go down before he's able to get to the 30-yard line. A good tackle by the Seals. As Williamsport now trailing for the first time tonight, following a 49-yard touchdown run by senior running back Rice.
And Mason Vasquez out there just, again, another big hit and tackle by him there on the special teams. Williamsport just got walloped, and because of that, they now have a long field in front of them. Didn't really gain any kind of real good field position there.
Neidig coming into tonight had 6 catches for 44 yards, and right now he already has 4 catches for 49 yards, so already surpassing his total in the season in this first half for the Seals, and he needed in a big way. White gets the call, going to go option left, pitch it out to, and he's going to be nailed. Williams pitch it to White, and he's going to be hit, met, taken down. Great job coming up. Logan Dresser making it, reading that well, and getting to White on the pitch from Williams, and it's going to be a loss of 1, 2nd and 11.
Well, that's confidence right there. Get a score, come down on the kickoff, get a big hit. Man, you're feeling everything right now. The wind's blowing against your back, and downhill running and tackling there for a loss. I like the confidence right now that Selinsgrove's playing with.
Dresser averaging 7.5 tackles per game, and he has 3 tackles for loss. Add another one to his credit on the defensive side. Williams is going to keep it. Going right. Got some speed. Lengthy. Up the right sideline. Going to outrun everybody. He's going to take it in for the score at the 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown for the Williamsport Millionaires.
And that's one thing we knew about the QB Williams is he's athletic. He's long. He's got a long stride. And you could see him just pulling away there. Selinsgrove got a lot of motion there before that game. That's tough. When offenses put people in motion, they make quick changes in the formation. The defense has to make their quick calculations and reads, and it catches you a little bit off guard. That's why I like to see offenses with some movement in them before the snap, pre-snap movement. And that totally got Selinsgrove out of what they probably would have done.
So now Williamsport will attempt the extra point. Doing the kicking will be Ungard to try to tie the ball game up at 7 after the long touchdown run by Williams. Ungard line drive, no good. So Seals will hold on to a 7-6 lead. That's a candidate for the Smoky Dam Health Center backbreaker play of the game.
I agree with that one.
All right.
You know, and it's why they call it special teams. I know a lot of people don't put a lot of thought into it, but it's called special. You should think about it and why it's important if you're a fan. And right there's a big reason why they are special. That PAT kind of kills a little bit of the momentum that Williamsport maybe gained there on that big play. Gives it a little bit back to Selinsgrove. So still got the lead 7-6 here with 8 minutes to go in the second quarter.
And we know that Williamsport lost a week ago. When you look at Williams a week ago in the rushing game, he had 12 carries for just 9 yards and a touchdown a week ago. So he gets a big run in a big way and a big moment for Williamsport to cut the lead to 7-6 after the 2-play drive that went 72 yards. It took just 52 seconds as Williams is able to take it out from 73 yards for the Millionaires to cut the lead to 7-6. That's the Selinsgrove Ford drive summary. So Ungard will kick it away for Williamsport. Selinsgrove will get it back on offense with 8 minutes to go in the first half. It's going to roll to the deep man. That's Crew Carter. No, that's Nick Rice taking it. He bounces off a would-be tackler. Going to stretch it to the 29-yard line, and it's going to be a first down and 10 for the Seals from their own 29 after the return by Nick Rice. Ryan's worth mentioning. Zach Showers is not in the booth with us. Zach Showers is in Alaska preparing for a family wedding. My man is watching the YouTube channel, doing stats, sending us our play summary. I'm reading off the text he sent. He's right on top of things. Like the dedication and commitment.
Not only is he good at stats, not only is he good looking, but boy is he dedicated. Thank you, Mr. Showers.
Seals have it first down at 10 at the 29. Deep man, Rice gets the call. He's up to the linebacker level before he's taken down. He's going to get just short of the 35-yard line. On the stop was Evelhair. He's a sophomore, 5'10", 150 pounds, but good pickup, 5 yards, 2nd and 5 for the Seals, leading 7-6 over the Millionaires. Selinsgrove started with the lead at 7-0. Williamsport came back with the 73-yard touchdown run by quarterback Williams, but missed the extra point, and that's where we stand with 7:20 and clock moving to go in the first half. Knight goes in motion from left to right. Give it to the fullback, Sheltman. Slam to the turf just short of the 40-yard line. Get enough for a first down, but he was wrestled by Naughton and taken to the turf. But give credit to that fullback, and I love how he's wrapping that baby up. He's wrapping that football up, and no opportunity for it being knocked out. It gets a big first down.
If I noticed the last couple plays, that defensive line for Williamsport, a lot of hands on the hips when the plays are over, catching their breath. Could they be wearing down already from this run attack that Selinsgrove's thrown at them tonight?
Sheltman did not have a carry coming into tonight, playing that fullback position as the Seals mixing things up on the offensive side. Like the run in the past, Neidig started out with a big night. He's got 4 catches for 49 yards. He'll be in the slot to the left. Scorzone will be far to the left. The 2 sophomores line up as the wide receivers. First down and 10 for the Seals at their own 39-yard line. Deep man Rice again. He's got room. He's to the second level in the Williamsport territory before he's hog-tied down at the 45-yard line after big burst and a big hole opened up by that offensive line for the Seals. First down for the Seals at the Williamsport 45-yard line.
Really surprised didn't get a face mask called there. It really looked like those were hands on the helmet. Maybe they just kind of palmed his helmet and tackled him. I don't know. But it definitely looked rough. But Rice bounces right back up after the big play. No issue on the helmet tackle.
Looks like Rice will be over 100 yards in the ball game. His back-to-back 100-yard games, his 3rd of the season for the senior running back. Gets the call again. He's definitely over 100 yards now if he wasn't before. Inside the 40 down to the 39-yard line after the 6-yard pickup. Nope, they'll mark him at the 40. So it'll be a 5-yard pickup. So it'll be a 2nd down and 5 for the Seals offense. Clock moving under 6 minutes to go in the opening half. Selinsgrove leading 7-6.
And the way this game's playing out, you can see it. Rice is going to have a minimum of 30 carries tonight. I think if he gets 30 carries tonight, he's going to have a lot of yards, multiple scores. And that's probably what it's going to take for Selinsgrove to get a win here.
And it's confirmed. Over 100 yards for the senior running back. I formation behind Amato. Going to turn the wrong way. Somebody went the wrong way as he went to hand off to the fullback, Just Maria. Amato went left. Just Maria went to the right. Luckily, nothing worse happened out of that other than getting back to the original line of scrimmage. It'll be a 3rd down and 5 for the Seals.
So whose fault do you think it was, Pat?
I'm going to say it was the offensive line's fault. I think it was the center. He snapped it the wrong side.
All right.
I don't look to put blame on any one person. It's a team game.
Well, I was going to pick the other person, so
okay.
It was going to be a great debate, but you ruined our awesome radio show. Thanks a lot.
All right, we'll take a break. Not now. 2 wide receivers to the right. Amato rolling to his right. Heavy pressure. Does he see him? He gets rid of it, and it's going to be incomplete. Not sure if he was trying to go to Neidig or Scorzone, but boy, heavy pressure coming up the backside. That was Almer at 6'5", 195 pounds, chasing Amato from behind.
Yeah, Neidig again, that out play that they like with Amato rolling. I don't know if legs got tangled up there. Here's some of the fans calling for pass interference. That could have easily been what happened. But I'll tell you what I like, and this is deserved. Great sportsmanship there by Williamsport. They went over, helped Neidig up, and even fixed his shoulder pads and jersey for him. And we're in a big game here for both these teams. It's a 1-point game. I love that sportsmanship by Williamsport. Kudos to them and the coaching staff.
Selinsgrove quickly up to the line of scrimmage. There's going to be a timeout taken, and it'll be taken by the Seals. Ryan, you talk about the character Williamsport. I mean, we have one of their finest up in their booth with us. Jordan Miller, a Williamsport grad. He's one of their finest. I think they have plaques.
Kinda.
Yeah,
he's kind of a graduate. I don't know what that means. Does that mean he bought his diploma?
He said they were giving him out. He showed up on the give-out day.
Yeah, he tells you I'm kind of a Williamsport graduate.
And I said,
so
how are you kind of a graduate? Did you graduate? He said he happened to be there on the thrift day. It was give out diplomas for anybody who shows up, the first 200 people. That's a big school.
Jordan got it the right way. He's a smart guy. Look what he's got over here. He's got like NASA set up here to get a rocket launched with all this technology. So
all right, let's change the focus here to Shikellamy leading Jersey Shore 7-6.
Jordan, can you see if that's right? Can you get on the web, the dark web, and get the real score?
While he's doing that, Lime Mountain in some big news, trailing Upper Dauphin 7-0. Warrior Run up 14-0 on Lewisburg. Montgomery all over Canton. And that's not Ohio, Canton, Ohio. This is right here in Pennsylvania, leading 21-0. Hughesville Midwest, no score. And Southern all over Central. Columbia's 20-0. We're giving a thumbs up. That is the score. Shikellamy is leading. 4th down and 5 for the Seals following the timeout. Amato takes it, rolling to his right. Again, heavy pressure, gets rid of it, It's almost intercepted and almost caught by Bettle, but knocked away by Walker for the Williamsport Millionaires. So it'll be a turnover on downs back to Williamsport.
Love the effort there by Bettle. He almost made a huge play. Very difficult catch to make. And it just got out of his hands as he was going to the turf. But I love that effort there because he really wasn't in his area. He made that play on the ball.
So Williamsport will take over first down and 10. They trail 7-6 to the Seals. Referee puts the... Now there's going to be a timeout. Reset the clock, the play clock. They're resetting that. They're asking for that. Now they'll put it in play. And here we go. Williamsport trailing 7-6, 4:42. Nope, now they're going to blow the whistle again and finally get a timeout by the Williamsport Millionaires. Allows me to remind you that Selinsgrove Football and SBC Sports Live is sponsored in part by Wise Markets, Member First Federal Credit Union, and Selinsgrove Ford.
Pat, in that last play, we saw 32, Jaron Hackenberg running off the side of the field. I think they had maybe too many guys on the field. But I didn't realize he wears 32, which I'm pretty sure was his dad's number, Eric, back in the 90s and early 2000s. And you want to talk about a football player. His dad was a beast. Great athlete, fast, strong, very good football player. And this kid's only a freshman getting a lot of time right now, for a freshman especially. Can't wait to see what he develops. His mom was a great athlete, too. She was a good track athlete. So good DNA there out of the freshman, number 32, Jaron Hackenberg.
He does come to the sideline. Selinsgrove will come out after the Williamsport timeout. First down at 10 for the Millionaires. The trips to the left. They trail 7-6 to the Seals with 4:42 to go in the first half. Seals scored first. Millionaires came back but missed the extra point. Williams gets the snap. Gives it to Lone back in the backfield. Is going to fall forward, pick up some yardage. First guy in on the stop looked like Portwood from his defensive tackle position, was able to get an arm in there after the 2-yard pickup. Maybe 3. We'll give a second down and 7 for Williamsport.
Just going to give another shout out to Portwood. He's having a great game. He's been in on many plays. He is focused. Love the impact that he's having on this game.
Second down and long. Trips to the left once again. Williams takes the snap, but he's going to look to the right. He's got a man out there making the catch. He's going to try to stretch it. Score zone or Rice on the stop. Trying to look to the far side. Looks like might have been Rice on the stop. So it will be third down and short for Williamsport. Making the catch that time was Ashton Thomas, the freshman for Williamsport. They're quickly up to the line of scrimmage. Third down and 2. Williams takes the snap. Going that way again. In and out of the hands of Thomas that time. And it is Brett Rice on the coverage on the far side. So a fourth down and interesting decision for Coach Pearson for the Millionaires. Fourth down and 2, trailing 7-6 with 3:45 to go.
Well, and these cornerbacks are going to have to come up here on fourth down, because on second down, there was some kind of miscommunication. There was no one in the area. And if it would have been a clean catch, that would have been much more yards. They did get some positive. And there on third down, he was open. He just dropped it. So Selinsgrove was going to have to step up here. It's only 2 yards.
Rice does move up. And Selinsgrove showing blitz. Williams gets the snap. He's looking left this time. He's got a man. Making a catch. It'll be enough for first down as White does make the catch. Finishing him off was Thomas from the safety position. But the first guy there was score zone. But it is enough for a first down for Williamsport at the Selinsgrove 46-yard line.
Just a good play call there by Williamsport, and they executed it perfectly. Guy wide open just underneath all that pressure.
First down and 10. Late in this first half, low snap to Williams. Picks it up, plenty of time. Looking over the middle, it's got a man's got separation. He's going to make the catch, able to take the hit, and he gets the first down out about the 12-yard line. Making the catch was Dom Schroeder for Williamsport, picking up a huge play and first down for Williamsport.
Well, all the time in the world there for Williams to make that pass. But what he did so well there is he actually threw it out in front of his receiver, put a touch on it, and the receivers for Williamsport have speed. You see there's times they start to pull away. They just ran underneath it. Big play for Williamsport.
In the red zone for the Millionaires. Williams going to go with the draw this time to the right. Flag's going to be thrown in. On the carry was Naughton. but there is a flag on the play, and from the body language, looks like it's going to go against the Williamsport Millionaires to take away a run by Naughton.
And that penalty is very, very, very hurtful for Williamsport. I mean, you just had about a touchdown there, and it's going to get called back, and now you're going to be looking at 1st and 20. And in the shorter part of the field, as they're inside the red zone, it makes it tougher to execute some of their plays, especially since Williamsport, really, the success they've had has been on the big plays. And when you have a shorter field like this, it takes that big play away.
Portwood comes out. Magnuson back in for the Seals. Defensively, as you said, now a 1st down and 20 as the Bulls outside the 20-yard line at the 22-yard line for Williamsport, trailing 7-6 to the Seals. Williams got some time again. Throwing a pass deep down the right sideline. It's a fade, but not going to be a connection. Falls out of bounds, incomplete. It'll be a 2nd down and 20 for Williamsport, again, trailing 7-6 to the Seals.
And could that previous play, Pat, the penalty on that previous play, be the Shamokin Dam Health Center backbreaker player game? I think it's a nominee now.
It's definitely a candidate.
I'm back in it,
sure.
baby.
Yep.
I got one up there again.
And when you mention one, you got to get rid of the other. So the onside kick is now gone.
That's not true. We have multiple candidates every game.
2nd down and 20. Williams in the shotgun with wide receivers to each side. Takes a snap. Give it to the deep man. That's White trying to get to the outside. He's hit initially, but then it's going to drag defender. But in there quickly that time for the Seals was Hoffman. He got in there and slowed him down. I know he's upset he didn't make the stop, but his penetration blew that play up and allowed his fellow defenders to get their big stop on the play for the Seals.
I'm not sure if Williamsport has had more than a yard or two on any run between the tackles tonight. Those down linemen on that Selinsgrove defensive line have done an amazing job tonight, just clogging everything up and winning that battle, pushing the offensive line back.
2 minutes to go in the first half. 7-6 lead for the Seals. Williams is going to keep it. He's caught from behind. It goes down quickly. Getting him from behind was Max Sheltman. Coming up and making the stop for the Seals. A big defensive stop for the Seals.
And Max Sheltman is number 5 there. We keep seeing him involved in some big plays as well. So you're seeing a real team effort and a lot of guys that we really haven't called their names so much having an impact early on in this game. Obviously, Neidig has got to be the one that's really standing out. He's been playing an obvious good amount this year, but the impact not so much. But with Teets stepping aside with his injury, this opens up the opportunity, and players like Neidig have just taken full advantage of that tonight.
Well, with 1:50 to go in the first quarter, Selinsgrove trying to keep Williamsport from getting any late score, but we'll be coming up on halftime. We call it the Liberty Basement System Halftime Show. We'll have the first half scoring recap. We'll get the Seals athletic rundown, update you on some scores of other games going on around the valley, the Schmokendam Health Center backbreaker play of the game candidates, and stats from that first half. As they're going to go for a field goal. They're going to try to kick a 37-yard field goal for Williamsport to try to take their first lead of the night. It's down. The kick is up. Plenty of distance. Did it get between the uprights? And it did. It's good. 37-yard field goal for Williamsport, and it gives them the lead with 1:45 to go in the first half. Momentum swing after a long touchdown run, and now a field goal, 9 unanswered points by the Millionaires, and it gives them the lead. They lead 9-7 over the Seals.
That was an impressive kick. That would have been good from 45 easily, and it's coming off of a PAT attempt that they had earlier that was horrendous. Not that. That field goal was perfect. Good height, good distance.
So 1:45 to go in the opening half. It's a 37-yard field goal by Ungard for the Williamsport Millionaires. And again, it gives them the first lead of the night. They now lead 9-6 over the Seals. That's the Selinsgrove Ford drive summary. The Seals have an opportunity to return here. Thomas and Rice will drop back. They'll be standing at their own 10-yard line, waiting for an opportunity for the return. Selinsgrove will try to do something late in this half as the kicker slips, unguard slips. Rice will take it off the turf at the 5, left hash, looking for a block, trying to bounce it outside, not going to be able to. He'll get to the 19-yard line, tackle there. So it'll be a first down and 10 for the Seals at their own 19-yard line, trailing for the first time tonight, 9-6. That field goal comes after a 10-play drive. It went for 49 yards and took 2 minutes and 57 seconds. So the best drive of the night by Williamsport ends with a field goal, and they lead 9-6. That's the Selinsgrove Ford drive summary.
Williamsport does have 2 timeouts here, so Selinsgrove's got to keep that in mind. You know, do you just want to get into halftime? You've been playing pretty good. It's a very even matchup. Or are they going to be aggressive here, maybe throw the ball and try and score before half?
We'll go to Rice off the left, the workhorse, second level, runs away from a tackle, grab from behind, dragging defenders out to the 39-yard line. Selinsgrove will get a moment of clock stop while they reset the chains, but as Ryan's motioning, you got to quickly get to the line of scrimmage as we're at 1:30 to go in the first half. Great run by senior Brett Rice as he continues to add to his numbers here in the first half. Got some movement on the right, no flag thrown, but Rice caught in the backfield, taken to the turf. Guy falls on top of him. You hope it didn't knock the wind out of him as he's slow to get up after that hit. Loss of 1, second down and 11. 1:05 to go in the first half.
Selinsgrove taking their time here, not burning that last timeout. Williamsport opting out of using any of their timeouts. Let's hurry up. It's 2nd and 11. You can take your time more on 3rd down if you want, but I would definitely try and get this.
Especially after the good long run on the first play. That's how coaches decide how they're going to handle it. Right now, they use a lot of time between that last play. They'll go to the fullback. Up the middle, he'll get to the 41.5-yard line. It'll be a 3rd down and long. But Selinsgrove is not going to be in a hurry as they let the clock continue to run under 29 to go in the first half. Now they try to quickly get up to the line of scrimmage. Clock continues to run under 20 seconds to go. Taking the snap as a motto. Give it to Rice off the left. Rice one shoestring away from possibly breaking that. He'll get about 6 on the carry, 7 on the carry to make this a 4th down and 2 for the Seals. So with the play, that ends the first half. Selinsgrove sees Williamsport get a 37-yard field goal late in that first half to take the lead as Williamsport goes into halftime leading 9-7 over the Seals. Don't go anywhere. We'll have the halftime show for you. It's Liberty Basement System halftime show. We'll give you score recap, Seals athletic rundown with Murphy O'Brien, other scores of other games, and stats all from that first half. Coming up at halftime as we go to break. It's Selinsgrove football presented by Selinsgrove Ford on Eagle 107, eagle107.com, and on the SBC Sports Live YouTube channel.
Troy Zerman, head coach, meet my team. Trevor Mitros, tight end.
James Stokes, linebacker.
Brian Janelle, quarterback.
Tyler Undercuffler, wide receiver.
Gabe, running back.
At Zimmerman Motors, the Jeep capital of Central PA, we're catching all the incentives. See the huge savings online. So stop in and see why people have been coming from all over the region to Zimmerman's Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and Sunday. We're your one-stop shop. Call us at 988 Jeep or visit us online at ZimmermanJeep.com.
Whether tailgating at the stadium before the game or watching from the comfort of your own home, Wise Markets has you covered. Wise Markets, the official grocer of Penn State football.
At J.J. Powell, we know keeping your home warm shouldn't be a hassle. With Easy Pay, you get capped pricing, budget-friendly payments, and automatic delivery, so you can relax and take it easy. Don't wait. Join online at jjpowell.com or call 800-432-0866 today. J.J. Powell, take it easy.
Gear up for the fall season in a Subaru from W&L. Take on the Friday night lights in a 2025 Subaru Crosstrek with a low 0% financing for 72 months.
Or get to your favorite camping destination in a Subaru Outback and cozy up with the family around a crackling campfire.
Need more adrenaline? The Subaru Forester is ready to take you up to the mountains for an off-road trailblazing adventure with as low as 0.9% financing for 72 months.
See us off Route 11 in Northumberland, at the Williamsport Fair this month, and online at WNLSubaru.com.
Today, everything from work to play and everywhere in between needs energy. And E.H. Kleckner in Montandon has just the thing, Form Energy. It's the better choice for sustained energy and focus to go the extra mile. Choose your favorites from 4 highly tested flavors, including Screamin' Freedom, Grape Smash, Orange Fury, and Blue Blitz. Form Energy offers mental focus and hydration so you can unlock your full potential with 200 milligrams of caffeine and 0 sugar. Get Form Energy today at your favorite retail account.
That they were able to find the run game, but it's a 37-yard field goal by Ungard that pushes the lead to 9-7 for the Williamsport Millionaires. The scoring recap looks like this. After a scoreless first quarter, Brett Rice will get on the scoring column on a 49-yard touchdown run with 8:59 to go in the first half, his 4th of the season. It was a 5-play drive, went 90 yards, impressive 90-yard drive for the Seals. It took 6 minutes, the extra point good, and Selinsgrove led 7-0. And then Williamsport would come right back as quarterback Williams, the sophomore, would streak for 73 yards and a touchdown. That was with 8 minutes to go in the first half. That was only a 2-play drive. It covered 72 yards, took 52 seconds. The extra point was no good, and Selinsgrove held on to the lead at that point with 8 minutes to go in that first half, 7-6. And then it would be no scoring again until we got to the 1:45 mark, as Selinsgrove would see the Williamsport Millionaires take it down the field. Williamsport looked like they were right on the doorstep of a touchdown, but there was a penalty call, took it back. They were forced into a 1st down and 20, and Selinsgrove defense came up with back-to-back stops and eventually would see Williamsport line up for that 37-yard field goal, and Ungard would be able to nail it again with 1:45 to go in that first half. That completed a 10-play drive, went 49 yards, took 2 minutes and 57 seconds. And right now, that's where we stand with Williamsport in the lead over the Selinsgrove over the Selinsgrove Seals, 9-7. Look at other updated scores of games going on around the valley as we're keeping a close eye on the Shikellamy game. As Shikellamy right now trailing 14-7. 14-7. Did you say Shikellamy trailing? Did you give me that update, or what do we got going here? Because right now I have it as Shikellamy still leading 7-6 over the Jersey Shore Bulldogs. Upper Dauphin and Lime Mountain locked up at a 7-7 ball game. Warrior Run shutting out Lewisburg. Warrior Run trying to bounce back from a loss a week ago. Montgomery all over Canton, 35-0. Hughesville Midwest locked up in a 0-0 ball game. Loyalsock leading Bloomsburg 7-0. Southern all over Central Columbia, 34-0. Montoursville leading the Red Tornadoes of Mount Carmel 7-0. Shamokin having no problems at this point against Central Mount, leading 21-0. Hollidaysburg up 14 on Mifflinburg, 21-7. And South Williamsport shutting out Wyalusing, 28-0. Updated scores of other games going on around the valley. Selinsgrove here at Harold L. Bowling Memorial Field, trailing 9-7 to the Millionaires. Right now, we check in with Murphy O'Brien. Murphy's able to give us the Seals athletic rundown as she does each week, and all the fall sports are deep into their seasons. We appreciate all the coaches checking in with her and providing the updated scores of the teams. And what Murphy does is she's able to get all those updated scores and provide them for you on our halftime, which is sponsored by Liberty Basement Systems. Here is the Seals Athletic Rundown with Murphy O'Brien.
The field hockey team had a big week with wins over Central Columbia, Line Mountain, Lewisburg, and Midwest, but the team also suffered a close loss to Greenwood. The team will be back in action on Thursday night at home against Mifflin County. The girls' soccer team picked up 2-1 wins against Midwest and Central Columbia. They will look to keep their winning streak going starting tomorrow morning as they make the trip to Montoursville. The team will finish their week at home against Shamokin on Wednesday night. The boys' soccer team took the big 5-0 win over Shenandoah Valley last weekend. The team suffered their first loss of the season to Lewisburg, but will look to rebound beginning tomorrow morning on their home field against State College. They will also play at home on Tuesday night against Central Columbia. This week, the golf team beat Midwest. They will be back in action on Monday afternoon as well as Thursday afternoon. The girls' tennis team earned their first 5-0 win of the season against Mifflinburg. They ended their week with 2 tough losses to Williamsport and a loss to Jersey Shore. This week, the team will head to Lewisburg starting tomorrow morning before returning home against Shikellamy on Monday afternoon. They will end their week with a trip to Central Columbia on Wednesday night. The volleyball team fell to Dallas on the road. They will head to Shamokin tomorrow morning to compete in the Shamokin tournament. This is Murphy O'Brien. Join me each week for the Seals Athletic Rundown on Eagle 107 and Eagle107.com.
Appreciate all the rundowns of the Seals Athletics across the campus of the Selinsgrove Area School District, done by our very own reporter, Murphy O'Brien. We'll go to break. Right now, Selinsgrove trailing 9-7 at halftime. Come back, look for those stats. And again, we'll keep you updated on other scores going on around the valley. All that and more as we continue with the Liberty Basement Systems halftime show on Eagle 107, Eagle107.com, and on the SBC Sports Live YouTube channel.
Blaze Alexander Chevrolet GMC of Selinsgrove. We know everyday vehicles aren't so everyday. They're what get you to the kids' sporting events, practices, and family road trips. They're what you count on to tow the boats to the lake or haul ATVs to the trails. And right now, you can drive home your perfect everyday ride with up to $16,000 off select makes and models. Because at Blaze Alexander Chevrolet GMC of Selinsgrove, even if your everyday vehicle isn't so ordinary, your savings will be. Because we're taking the deals the other guys won't.
High school football season is here. Cheer for the Seals with us at the Selinsgrove Dairy Queen. There's no better place to celebrate. We have your favorite eats and treats, from burgers to blizzards, and don't forget our ice cream cakes. Selinsgrove DQ Grill and Chill for the win. Go Seals.
My favorite part is the staff, and the aides are wonderful, and they treat us so well. We're always doing things, playing games. I think they're playing volleyball right now.
I love Nottingham. It's the 3rd nursing home I've worked at. Nottingham truly treats you like a family. They really are concerned with what's going on with you. There's nothing like being with the residents. I mean, you're a part of their lives now. You actually become part of their family on more than one occasion.
Enjoy the drive this fall in a new Mazda from W&L. Enjoy efficiency as you head back to school. Choose between a fuel-efficient gas or hybrid Mazda CX-50 with rates starting at 0.9 for 60 months. Enjoy comfort and space on your way to the game in the roomy Mazda CX-70 or the 3-row CX-90. Both the Mazda CX-70 and Mazda CX-90 gas or plug-in hybrids are $2,000 off with customer cash. Find your Mazda at W&L off Route 11 in Northumberland and online at WNLMazda.com.
Welcome back to the Liberty Basement Systems halftime show. Again, Selinsgrove trailing at this point 9-7 to the Millionaires as Rice started the scoring his 4th of the year on a 49-yard touchdown run after a scoreless first quarter. But then Williams, the big run, 73 yards for Williamsport. The extra point was no good. Selinsgrove was holding to a 7-6 lead, but then Ungard, 37-yard field goal with 1:45 to go in that first half. An impressive 10-play drive going 49 yards, took 2 minutes and 57 seconds, and it ended in the field goal. And right now we stand with a 9-7 lead for Millionaires. That's a candidate for the Smoky Dam Health Center backbreaker play of the game, is a 37-yard field goal going halftime when there's a lot of momentum for the Williamsport Millionaires. Back-to-back scores to take that lead in a game you have to feel like Selinsgrove was dominating this game.
I still feel like they've been in control. I know they're down 2, but honestly, Williamsport's put together maybe 2 or 3 plays that have really hurt Selinsgrove. And outside of that, not so much. They've been very one-dimensional. It's been the big play, and that's how they've gotten any of their points. Selinsgrove, on the other hand, I feel like they're owning the line of scrimmage, and I think they're moving the ball much better on offense, at least putting more more plays together and more drives than what we're seeing from Williamsport. But again, it's about capitalizing sometimes. But I still feel confident. I think Selinsgrove's in a great position, and they're going to get the ball to start the second half.
Looking at the team numbers in this 9-7 game, Seals have 10 first down, Williamsport 5. Seals rushed for 154 yards, 85 for Williamsport. Just 49 yards passing for the Seals, 60 for Williamsport. So total yards, 203 for Selinsgrove, 145 for Williamsport. Selinsgrove just 1 penalty, Williamsport just 2. No turnovers in that first half. Big play of that first half was a 73-yard touchdown run and a 37-yard field goal for Williamsport, and that's why they have the lead 9-7. Let's take our final break, come back, get ready for the second half. As this is Selinsgrove football presented by Selinsgrove Ford on Eagle 107, eagle107.com, and on the SBC Sports Live YouTube channel.
I'm Kyle Mertz, 5th generation of the Mertz family owning and operating Sunbury Motors. Let's see what Sunbury Motors has to offer.
Get 0% APR for up to 60 months plus a $2,500 SMC discount on a 25 Santa Fe. Or choose a 25 Palisade with the same 0% APR and $2,500 discount. Enjoy a $1,500 discount plus 3.99% APR for 72 months on a 25 Tucson.
Come visit us at the North 4th Street Auto Plaza and be treated to a buying experience like you've never had before.
Big moments deserve big celebrations. The Polished Party Place in Selinsgrove delivers. With shelves of stylish decorations, your event will shine. Plan with Polished Party Place. Custom themes and flawless details. Here or wherever you are celebrating. Weddings, showers, receptions, graduation parties, birthdays, and so much more.
Whether tailgating at the stadium before the game or watching from the comfort of your own home, Wise Markets has you covered. Wise Markets, the official grocer of Penn State football.
At J.J. Powell, we know keeping your home warm shouldn't be a hassle. With Easy Pay, you get capped pricing, budget-friendly payments, and automatic delivery, so you can relax and take it easy. Don't wait. Join online at jjpowell.com or call 800-432-0866 today. J.J. Powell, take it easy.
We put our members first. Here I am, CEO, COO, CFO, CMO, all the O's. The coolest owner. Getting my company off the ground wasn't easy, but I believed in me, and so did Members First. Thanks to my Members First concierge, my business account was up and running in no time. Entrepreneur, entrepreneur. Thank you, Members First. Members First.
If this is your number, you want to head down to the bandstand to collect your prize. The winning number is 2243531. That's 2243531. If you have that winning ticket number, head on down to the bandstand.
Liberty Basement Systems halftime show as both teams get ready to take the field to start the second half. Before we do the stats, we have the Liberty Basement Systems story time.
Yeah, I was just telling Pat here at halftime, we had a push-up competition. Now, I guess it's not a competition. That'd be everyone involved. But we had Tom Badman, not the Selinsgrove Tom Badman, Shikellamy Tom Badman, and Double D, Dennis Dietrich, having an argument who can do more push-ups, Pat.
And you took it, right? Is that
No, I didn't do any.
Oh, you didn't do it?
No, you kidding me?
Oh, Double D's, definitely.
He did it. He did it. Dennis Dietrich did 48 straight, no stop.
No stop.
Tommy got to about 41. We'll give him that last one. But Dennis Dietrich is the push-up champion at Liberty Basement Systems. And by the way, they're growing. They're looking to hire. So if you're looking for a job, contact them.
That's been the Liberty Basement Systems story time and halftime show as the second half is underway. Short kickoff this time. Rice able to take it at the 15 to the 20, between the hash at the 25 to the 30, and falls forward outside the 30 to the 32-yard line. Individual numbers in that first half. Williamsport's Williams, 7 for 10, 60 yards. Dan Schroeder had 4 catches for 49 yards. Williams, obviously, the 74-yard touchdown run. He has a lone Williamsport touchdown. For Selinsgrove, Amato, 4 for 9 for 49 yards. Neidig, 4 catches for 49 yards. Rice has 19 carries, 140 yards, and a touchdown. And he's leading the way, and we would think we'd see a lot more of him in the second half. Selinsgrove have it first down and 10 outside their own 30-yard line. They go with that power look. It's going to be a flag thrown as Selinsgrove goes off the left. They're going to spot it down just outside the 30 or the 35 to the 36-yard line, but a flag came out quickly, and it looks like quick movement up front for the Seals. Well, that will be a false start against the Selinsgrove Seals. Ryan, we talked about that at halftime. You felt like Selinsgrove did a lot of good things. But, boy, giving up that big, long touchdown run and then to see a 37-yard field goal go through the uprights. And right now, you got to not only answer back-to-back scores by Williamsport, but also try to overcome the momentum that Williamsport gained in the latter part of that first half to take this 9-7 lead.
Well, you know how you get that confidence back? Hand it to number 7. And they did it in the first half. Ton of success, over 100 yards. Let's get back to that.
Amato drops back. He's got Bettle beyond the defense. Got one man to beat. Dragging the defender. And he's going to hold on to the ball into Williamsport territory down to the 39-yard line. Goes your tight end. Back-to-back weeks with big plays from your senior tight end.
And Jake got injured earlier in this game. I watched him on the sideline trying to, run off whatever injury he had. I don't know if it was knee or ankle. And, he wasn't running in his normal pace, but he looked good there. And that's a massive catch for him to start the second half. And we said he's going to have to be an impact player as well tonight.
Well done by junior quarterback Amato to find him and drop it in the basket. And Bettle made the catch and took it to the Williamsport 39-yard line. First down and 10. Goes to Rice. Grabbed in the backfield. Falls forward. Will get about 2 yards. Leading the way was Max Sheltman. He gets a little twirl at the end there before he falls to the turf. But, again, a positive play for the Seals. Give them 2. Be second down and 8. As Selinsgrove trying to regain the lead from the Millionaires. They currently trail 9-7. Wide receivers to each side. Neidig to the left. Had a hot beginning to this game. He has 4 catches for 49 yards. I formation behind Amato. Getting the snap. Pitch go to Rice. Trying to get to the edge. Going to outrun on guard. Still going. Wiggles at the 33-yard line. And it looks like he'll get to the 29-yard line. Very close to the sticks for a first down, and they will move the chains. What a great run by your senior running back, Brett Rice.
Showing some athleticism there with the spin move back in. Love the effort. Again, it's what we've seen from him this whole game. Keep feeding that young man.
It's all about big plays for Bettle. Had a big touchdown catch. His catch tonight, that was a 34-yard reception by the junior tight end. So Both guys stepping up between him and Neidig to replace Wyatt Teets, who is out of the ball game. Give it to the fullback, right up the middle, inside the 25, down to about the 24-yard line. We continue to say that. Positive plays on first down, great push by that offensive line. Let's give some credit to that offensive line up front, as Selinsgrove does have a man down on the field. When you talk about the junior Hoffman, the sophomore Magnuson, Dressler and Peters, the seniors, and then Portwood, just the sophomore. Also, Griffin Voss getting great push for your senior running back, Brett Rice.
Pat, you've watched a lot of high school football. Well, how many games have you ever seen where a team is consistently winning the battle at the line of scrimmage and they end up losing?
That's usually a perfect recipe for a win, and I still believe that will be the case. We've been saying it, Ryan. So to answer your question, not often at all, and hopefully not tonight. But the thing is, in the latter part of this game, having to deal with that play in and play out, play in and play out, and there becomes that wear down factor. That's what I'm feeling very positive about Selinsgrove, is that they're staying with it. Just stay with it. You don't need 40 yards, 2, 3, and you keep pushing. Any coach would tell you, you get 3 yards on every carry, you can't be stopped. First down, cross lines, and move chains.
And you know, we saw this last week, the offensive line and all the coaching staff said the same thing, how well the offensive line played last week, and it's just carried over in this week. So, you know, kudos to Coach Voss and everyone involved with that offensive line. They are really maturing as this season gets further and further along. And just a dominant job tonight. They're just moving the line of scrimmage. And that's what allows for those easier, runs, especially when you're talking like on first down with, Seals pick up 3 or 4. That is all initiated by that push of the offensive line. And that's what gives the confidence to this coaching staff to keep running the ball.
It's Max Sheltman coming off the game, or out of the game after an injury, being helped off by Coach Winrick and JT.
Hopefully he's okay, because he's got a nice impact tonight as well for the Seals.
He'll be looked at on the near sideline for the Seals. Second down for the Seals. Inside the 25-yard line in Williamsport territory, goes to Rice, nothing there, back to the original line of scrimmage. Williamsport said there was a fumble, but no call from the officials. They'll mark it inside the 25 at the 24-yard line. It's going to be a 3rd down and 5, and the good thing we know, this is 4-down territory for the Selinsgrove Seals. Look for maybe some play action to your tight end to try to pick up this first down.
Rice just missed an opening there. He ran into his own offensive lineman right to the right. If he could have got skinny and got through that, there was nothing beyond it. But that's not the case in the play. It's going to be 3rd down and 6.
2 wide receivers split to the right on this 3rd down play for the Seals. Pitch goes to Rice, going left. Jesse Maria with the block. First down pickup for the Seals, down close to the 9-yard line, led by your fullback. Getting that block out ahead of him for the Seals, and he picks up a first down.
I mean, that play doesn't happen without that block. Jesse Maria should get some stats for that one. Great job getting that outside guy. It opened things up and almost went to the house. I like the play call there. Was not ready for that, and neither was Williamsport's defense, and Selinsgrove executed it perfectly. And here they are, opening drive here to the second half, and Selinsgrove is marching, but here's what we talk about. Got to capitalize.
At the 9-yard line is where Rice was able to get the ball. It's going to go to the fullback. Just Maria inside the 5. Goal line. Touchdown, Selinsgrove Seals.
I guess the Maria deserves it. Tough run there, and the play before the big block. Congratulations, my young man. You deserve that touchdown. And what a response here coming out here in the second half for the Seals to take the lead back on that first possession and doing it the way we wanted to see it. Mix in a little bit of passing, catching them off guard, but ultimately it's led by the running attack.
As Weiser will come out and attempt the extra point off the Thomas hold, and Jess Maria does the snapping. So after scoring the touchdown, he regroups and looking for a good snap. Low snap, Thomas gets it down, the kick is up, end over end, and it is no good as it sails off to the left. But Selinsgrove able to regain the lead after that touchdown run from 9 yards out by Jess Maria. But again, the extra point no good. And it's now a 13-9 lead for the Seals. And this is with 7:56 to go in the third. Take break, come back. Selinsgrove will kick off. Regaining the lead is Selinsgrove football presented by Selinsgrove Ford on Eagle 107 and Eagle107.com.
Buy the best pre-owned vehicle from the area's #1 certified pre-owned Ford dealer, Selinsgrove Ford. Selinsgrove Ford at the Bridge in Selinsgrove and at Selinsgroveford.com.
So Selinsgrove regaining the lead off a 9-yard touchdown run by Jess Maria. Comes with 7:56 to go in the third. 8-play drive covering 68 yards. Took 4 minutes and 50 seconds to get it into the end zone. Extra point no good. Selinsgrove lead now 13-9. That's the Selinsgrove Ford drive summary. Line drive kick's going to bounce and go out of bounds. There'll be a penalty assessed to the Selinsgrove kickoff team. But Selinsgrove does regain the lead. I want to let you know that Selinsgrove football on SBC Sports Live is sponsored in part by Sunbury Motor Company, Nottingham Village, and DQ Grill and Chill. So following the penalty, Williamsport will have good field position out at the 35-yard line. First down and 10, trailing 13-9 with 7:56 to go in the third. At Jess Maria's touchdown run as a candidate for the Smoke-A-Dam Health Center backbreaker play of the game. Look at Jess Maria as he's getting more numbers. Just the junior, 5'10", 170 pounds for the Seals. Quick throw for Williams. Gets it out to his receiver. Looked like it hit the turf, and it did. It'll be no good on the attempt. Damschroeder was the intended receiver, but it falls incomplete. Second down and 10 for the Millionaires.
Hey, just a heads up. Class of 1970 in town tonight. 55-year class reunion. I met a guy at the bank today. His first name was Laird. I forget his last name. Great guy. Told him about the YouTube channel because he wasn't able to make it tonight. So, Laird, if you're listening, I hope you're enjoying this game.
Another quick throw. Same look and play. This catch is made as Damschroeder is able to stiff arm Neidig and take the ball beyond the 45-yard line. They're going to say he's out of bounds, just short of the 45. But is it enough for a first down?
How do you give them a first down? That should have to be measured. That is way too close. I actually think he was short.
Well, remember, it started at the 35, so that's like 9.5 yards. Yeah, it's a worth a check, but they give him a first down. So first down pickup, and the Selinsgrove coaches aren't talking much about it or not in the ear of the official. So it is a first down for Millionaires, trailing 13-9. Turn, give it to the deep man, White. Tiptoe his way through, hit by Hoffman, and taken down there. Good job by the junior linebacker who got in there first. It was able to make the stop and got some help from his teammate Logan Dressler, but a good stop on the play. Takes it back a couple yards to make it a second down at 12. Make it 13.
Jake Bettle on that play, so unselfish. His job is containment. He doesn't break out of his role to try and get the tackle himself. He forces the runner inside and lets his team make the tackle for a loss. Great play by Jake Bettle.
Second down and 13. Williams is going to keep it. Going left, looking for a block. Not going to get one. Spin, taken down. Owen Hoffman in on the stop. Logan Dressler helped once again, and Owen Hoffman continues to rack up the tackles on his 2025 junior season. Well done by the linebacker.
And Williams, the quarterback, a dual threat guy. He gets up a little slow, got a little bit of hitch there in his step. Keep an eye on that. If he's got some kind of leg injury, it could hamper him. That's going to take away one of his greatest strengths, and that's running. And we saw that in his big touchdown play earlier.
6:37 to go in the third. Selinsgrove leading 13-9. Updated score, Jersey Shore leading Chickalemi 14-7. Third down and 10 for the Millionaires. Looking for a great stop by the Seals defense. Williams takes the snap. Looking deep down the left sideline. Looking for Ungard. Brett Rice is going to go up and make the stop. And they're not going to call a flag and say it was incomplete, Brian. I'm a homer, and I'm telling you that was a penalty.
Yeah, I'd say so. I mean, doesn't have to look back for the ball in high school, but that you can't run into the man and put your hands all over him. Woo. But, hey, I'm just going to pretend that I didn't see that, and we're going to move along here with 4th and 10.
It was one of those plays where Rice knew he got beat. He was beat by a step. He's like, you know what? I'm just going to give myself up here and make the stop. Just be a penalty, not a touchdown. I would guess that was his intent there. And he fortunate, not a penalty, forces up punting.
It's tough to defend, and they teach you hands to the hands. So you want to put your hands to where the receiver's hands is, and that's what Rice did. He just got there way too early.
So Ungard comes back after that incompletion. We'll have to punt it away, and it'll be a penalty on the right side of Williamsport. Jumps. So walk that off, and it will allow Score Zone to come up beyond the 20-yard line, waiting for this Ungard punt. Selinsgrove at this point leading 13-9. They were trailing at halftime 9-7. Selinsgrove will get the touchdown run by Jess Maria. The extra point no good, but again, this is where we stand. It is a 13-9 lead for the Seals with 6:17 to go in the third.
Maybe sneak up a little bit here. The return man, Williamsport has not had a punt yet that's really gone far.
Good snap to Ungard. Gets it away under some pressure. Gets it away from Score Zone. That's going to take a good roll for Williamsport inside the 20 down to the 18-yard line.
That's kind of why I asked for it. It's right there. I mean, we were back 40 yards from the line of scrimmage. Williamsport's yet to have a punt that really skied and covered any distance. Thought maybe we'd sneak up a little bit there. Not the case. It wasn't a good punt either. It kind of went off his foot, went to the side. So, but Selinsgrove, big field in front of them. But hey, just get back to the same stuff you were cooking earlier. Run, mix in a throw here and there. But ride that horse right now. And that horse's name is Brett Rice.
We'll line up in the I formation with Jess Maria ahead of him in the fullback position. Wide receivers to each side. Under center is Amato. Getting the snap. Going to give it to Rice. Got a hold. Grab. Spins away from a tackle. To the 20-yard line. To the 21-yard line. See Mason Vasquez coming into the game for the Seals. But that's going to be a tough pickup of 2, maybe 3 for Rice to make this a second down and a long 7. Clock running at 5:40 to go in the third quarter. Selinsgrove leading 13-9.
Well, with Mason in the game, he usually on offense comes in lined up as a receiver. Whatever size he goes to, don't be surprised if they run because he's a great run-blocking wide receiver.
He'll be on the right side, lined up at that tight end position is Vasquez. Amato drops back, looking over the middle, looking for Bettle. And Bettle makes a one-handed catch at the 42-yard line. It falls outside of the 45 to the 48-yard line. You might have just seen the catch of the year for the Selinsgrove Seals.
And he's pumped up, and rightfully so. That was an amazing catch out of Jake Bettle. And let's be honest, the timing is going to be a little bit off. Jake had an injury a little earlier. He's not running the exact same way he would run if he was 100% healthy. And maybe that's why it was a little out in front of him from Amato. But it doesn't matter because the dude's got hands, and he just snatched that out of the air.
A ginormous catch for the Seals. Give them the first down outside their own 45 to the 46-yard line. Knighty goes in motion from right to left. The pitch goes to Rice off the right. Get a block from Jessa Maria. Cuts under defender. Will grab at the 49, close to midfield. Pickup of a 3, maybe 4 yards. Looks like he'll make it 3-yard pickup. Second down and 7 for the Seals. Coming again after the great catch by your tight end, Jake Bettle.
And look at the spot, Pat. This is actually going to be a second down and 6. This is a great spot. But again, here you go. Rice, not much going there. He breaks it, cuts it back in, and he gets you 4 yards, a long 3 at least, on first down. And this is what he's done all night long for the Seals offense.
Vasquez will split out to the right this time. In the slot is Knighty. I formation. Knighty goes in motion from right to left. Give it to the fullback, Jess Maria, kind of tiptoeing through, a little too high, as I know you talk about all the time, Ryan. Standing too tall there, was met, take it down, nothing on the carry. Third down and 6 for the Seals.
And I love the way he protects the ball, but you're right, I'd like to see him get a little bit lower, drop those hips, and you're a fullback. You don't need to tiptoe and make that big play. You're there to get those hard yards and wear down that defense. Just pound right through there. The young man's going to learn a lot, but he already has a touchdown night, some really big plays.
Same look now, Score Zone in the slot on the right. He'll go in motion from right to left. Amato takes the snap, go to Rice, trying to get to the edge. He does, but not going to get much. Short of a first down, as he'll get it into Williamsport territory to the 47-yard line. It'll be a 4th down and 3 for the Seals, keeping the offense out there.
They haven't gone to the out tonight.
Oh, here goes the punt.
Oh, they are going to punt. They're going for it here. They haven't done that out route in a little while that they've had some success with. Or maybe they could even have gone with the pitch to Rice again. But you got the lead. Under 3 minutes in the third quarter. Field position is a big part of the game right now. So Selinsgrove coaching staff electing that they're going to punt it, try and pin Williamsport back, and rely on their defense, which has been getting the job done here in the third quarter.
The punt away for Carter. Return man at the 10. Trying to get to the edge is White, being chased from behind. Cut off there and driven out of bounds. Well done by the Seals. Williamsport wants a flag on the far side after the hard tackle by the Selinsgrove Seals punt team. That time was led by Sassaman as he comes off in a host of red shirts, but it looked like Sassaman was involved in on the stop. It'll be 1st down and 10 for Williamsport, trailing 13-9 with 2:33 to go in the third period. Williams, you got to keep an eye. You mentioned about whether he came up gimpy after a tackle. Looks like he has his left hand wrapped as well for your sophomore quarterback as he's in the shotgun formation. Taking a snap, giving it to the deep man. Naughton. Naughton's got room up the right sideline. Going to be driven out of bounds as he gets a 1st down beyond the 40 to the 41-yard line. Williamsport has found success up that right sideline, and they're able to do it there for a 1st down.
And that was not designed for him to run that way. He was looking to get right up the middle. Nothing going there, as usual, because of the Selinsgrove defensive line. But the fullback showing his athleticism was able to kick it out around and pick up the 1st down.
Big 1st down for the Millionaires, trailing 13-9 with 2:25 to go in the third. Williams gets it. It's a keeper going up the right sideline. Again, a lot of room, gets a 1st down, runs out of bounds inside the 45. They're going to mark them at the 43-yard line. That's where their success has been. This is about adjustments now because they are finding success up that right sideline. Williamsport looking to the sideline, getting the calls. They stay at the line of scrimmage. They don't huddle up. Coming into the game for Williamsport is Walker, the junior running back. He'll go to the far side. They'll have a trips to the left. Pistol look, one wide receiver to the right. Deep man gets the call again, runs into a red shirt, falls down quickly. That looks like Logan Dressler getting up and making the stop, gets a congratulatory help off the turf from his teammate Blake Dressler. 2nd down and 10 for Williamsport.
They're quick to the line of scrimmage.
They're going tempo. Are the Millionaires. See if they go right again. Looks like that's where they're going, the left side of that defense of the Seals. That looked like where Williams was going, but there will be a flag thrown before you get that play off.
Pat, it's repetitive. We do it every week when we talk about the keys, and in high school football especially. Penalties. Penalties, penalties, penalties. They are the equalizer sometimes. And it's Williamsport has had some very timely, crucial penalties that have pushed them back. It forced them into a field goal, which they did make a long one. But right there now, it takes them and pushes them back to a 2nd and 15 after they just had some momentum.
Shotgun snap to Williams. Looking over the middle. Now he's going to take off and run with it. Trying to get to the left side. Logan Dressler, first man there. Gets away from Dressler. Zern chases Williams down from behind. And Portwood involved in the stop as well. So a shifty Williams is stopped as he gets inside of the 45 to the 44-yard line, but it's going to be a 3rd down and 12 for the Millionaires.
Williams only a sophomore too. Man, there's a lot of young, good players in the area this year. A lot of young players playing big roles at the varsity level.
They'll stay in that shotgun with trips to the right. Coming up on a minute to go in the third period. Heavy pressure this time on Williams. He's going to roll to his right, able to get rid of it. and it's going to sail out of bounds. Well done by the defensive line up front for the Seals, putting pressure on Williams.
And that's what that penalty does. When you push you back to a 2nd and 15, Selinsgrove's able to maintain the quarterback when he's trying to roll out and run, hold him to 4 yards. Then you force that 3rd and 11. Now you can send pressure. You got so much you can do because they got their backs kind of against the wall in a 3rd and long. And the pressure there made that incompletion. That was just a way to take advantage of the penalty for the Selinsgrove defense, taking advantage of that Williamsport penalty. Now Williamsport's going to have to punt.
And it'll force Ungar to drop back. It's a good snap. Score zone is waiting. It's going to go off the left side of his foot, bounce about the 20, and give Selinsgrove good field position about the 20-yard line as they'll take over 1st down and 10. 52 seconds to go in the 3rd. Selinsgrove leading 13-9 as Selinsgrove offense will return to the field. Updated score, Jersey Shore last check leading 14-7. Line Mountain locked up at a 14-14 game last check with Upper Dauphin. And Warrior Run all over Lewisburg leading 21-8.
Well, Selinsgrove can get this into the 4th quarter with the lead by just running 2 plays here.
They get 2 positive plays, stay in bounds, as they'll have 2 wide receivers into formation. Neidig, and now we got movement. Just like we said, there's jumping up front. Some got mishandled there. And the flags get thrown as Neidig was going motion from left to right. The clock didn't start, but they're going to walk the penalty off against the Seals as we get the call from the head official. Wait for him to back his way up. He's going to say it's a false start. Nope. Offsides against Williamsport. So Ryan, after all that, I thought it was on Selinsgrove. They're telling me it's against Williamsport. So Williamsport must have jumped and caused all the movement by that offensive line. So my apologies for doubting the fact that the penalty might have been against Selinsgrove.
I forgive you.
Thank you. Trips to the left. Oh, no, 2 wide receivers to the left. Amato takes it. Give it to Rice. Trying to get to the edge. Bounce it around the outside. Gets a good block in once again. This time by Jess Maria and by Sassaman, leading the way for Brett Rice to pick up the 1st down for the Seals.
He got out of bounds, so stop the game clock. So Selinsgrove will have to run at least 1 more play to get them into the 4th quarter. But how awesome 1st and 10 there. Getting that ball out of that Williamsport or Selinsgrove territory. Definitely don't want to get stopped way back here right now and have to punt and give Williamsport good field position to start the 4th quarter.
Neidig in score zone, split to the left, I formation behind Amato. Taking the snap, give it to Rice to the left. He's going to get a good chunk of yardage out beyond the 35, maybe right at the 35. So a pickup of 4, 2nd down and 6 for the Seals.
Zach, if you're listening right now in Alaska, I want to know how many carries Rice has so far in this game. What a workload.
That will be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Selinsgrove gets the lone score in the 3rd quarter on a Jess Maria 9-yard touchdown run and take the lead into the 4th quarter, leading 13-9. The Selinsgrove football presented by Selinsgrove Ford on Eagle 107, eagle107.com, and on the SBC Sports Live YouTube channel.
Today, everything from work to play and everywhere in between needs energy. And E.H. Kleckner in Montandon has just the thing. Form Energy. It's the better choice for sustained energy and focus to go the extra mile. Choose your favorites from 4 highly tested flavors, including Screamin' Freedom, Grape Smash, Orange Fury, and Blue Blitz. Form Energy offers mental focus and hydration so you can unlock your full potential with 200 milligrams of caffeine and 0 sugar. Get Form Energy today at your favorite retail account.
We put our members first.
Since the youngest flew the nest, there's been a lot of tears.
Of joy.
When Arnie left, we decided to finish the basement.
So we call members first.
Between our low-rate home equity loan and Members First Concierge, all there was left to decide, dry bar or wet bar.
Very wet bar.
Salute Members First.
We put our members first.
Getting ready to move into the fourth quarter. Just get word, Brett Rice, 28 carries, 185 yards, and a touchdown tonight for your senior. Gets the call again. Add to it as he's beyond the defense. Drag a defender into Williamsport territory. White on the stop, but Brett Rice will get to his feet, taking it inside of the Williamsport 45-yard line to the 43-yard line as he's now over 200 yards on the game for the Seals.
That's awesome. What a great game for him. I do want to say something. During that break there, going to the fourth quarter, I'm looking out in the field, and I love what I'm seeing out of senior leader Jake Bettle. He had the guys around him. He's talking to him. He's pounding his chest. Ton of emotion. Getting these guys fired up. Still got a quarter to finish this game. That's great leadership and maturity out of Jake Bettle.
Big first down run for the Seals. Will go with that power look. Just move into the fourth quarter with the Seals leading 13-9. Amato gets the snap. Going to give it to Crew Carter off to the right. Gets it blocked to lead the way. He's going to pick up 5 yards, make it a 2nd and 5 for the Seals offense, which now means it will use clock. And Brett Rice came out on that run, and now he checks back in. As he's nearing 30 carries on the game.
Yeah, he called for a breather after that last run. Crew Carter just steps right up and does the same thing on first down that Brett Rice has been doing all night, putting Selinsgrove in a nice 2nd and 5.
One wide receiver, just Neidig split far to the left. They stay with that power look. They got the tight end tight as well. This goes to Carter again. And Carter's going to take it just short of the 35-yard line. As Owen Hoffman takes Williams, who plays quarterback on the offensive side, linebacker on the defensive side, and just drove him 15 yards downfield. And Williams had to peel himself off the turf for the Millionaires after that Owen Hoffman block. 3rd down and 3 for, let's make it 4 for the Seals. 4 down territory. Clock at 10:02 to go in the ball game. Selinsgrove leading 13-9. They flip Neidig to the right. Power look. Give it to fullback again. Tripped up, but enough for a first down at the first down marker for the Seals. Making it way through. Guess Maria once again pick up that first down. I like how he's much lower on that run, protecting that football.
Yep. Tight, strong formation there with 2 fullbacks. And I like the way they just do a quick handoff to one of the fullbacks there. It catches the defense off guard. It's a powerful runner going straight downhill, and he's able to get the first down.
And great ball handling by your quarterback to get the snap, turn, put in the gut of the running back. Well done by your junior quarterback, Rocco Amato, as it's a first down and 10 for the Seals. In no hurry. 9:15 to go in the ball game, leading 13-9. Pitch will go to Rice off the left. Got green grass ahead, up to the 30. Inside the 30, down close to the 27-yard line for Brett Rice as he gets his 30th carry of the game for your senior, Brett Rice.
How many yards did he get there?
Carrying up the side, are they going to give him 6 on that? It'll be 2nd down and 4.
And what down was that? This is what he does. He's done it all game on first down. He cuts the distance in half.
Big positive play. We've seen that from the opening bell in this one for your senior running back. Great job once again by those guys up front. Great push up front. Reestablishing the line of scrimmage. Introduced to me by head coach Dave Hess when he said that's the goal. You've got to reestablish the line of scrimmage. Yeah, it may start at the 30, but if your linemen are pulling off and getting that push, means they're reestablishing that the actual line of scrimmage is now the 37-yard line. You're going to get a lot of positive plays. That's exactly what the Selinsgrove offensive line is doing tonight. Another positive play to make this a 3rd down for the Seals. A 3rd down and 3, 4 down territory. Staying with that power look. Neidig split to the left. Deep man is Rice. Rice will get the pitch going left. Gets a good block out ahead of him. Cuts under a good block by Carter. Crew Carter, and he takes it in for the score. Touchdown for the Selinsgrove Seals. Crew Carter, get the kick out block.
I love everything about that play, from the execution to the lead blocking to the tough running, finding the hole. And then I like the way he tiptoed down the sideline. That is a big-time score here to open up the fourth quarter for the Seals. Pending a PAT, it's going to put them up 11, so this is huge. This could be, you come out now and get a defensive stop. That could be ball game. That could be ball game right there.
And they are going to just look to kick the extra point. Sometimes teams will try to chase points and go for 2. Crew Carter being called to the sideline.
But you make this, it's 11-point games.
So
that's a touchdown, 2-point conversion, and a field goal needed just to tie it.
And there's going to be a whistle blown as the extra point was up, and it would have been good, but there is a penalty, and it looks like it's going to be against Williamsport if I saw the signal right. So now you still want a 2-possession game, so I still don't think, as you mentioned and analyzed that perfectly, still don't think you want to go for 2 here. You want to keep it. You make this, if you had any thought that you weren't going to make it, but you feel confident Weiser kick it through.
But now if you do go for 2 and get it, it's a 2-touchdown game. You got to score 2 touchdowns to take the lead. Man, this is tough. It's a tough decision.
Well, they're going to stay with the PAT attempt. As Weiser will have it lined up. She tells Thomas, I'm ready. Good snap, good hold. The kick is up, end over end, and it is good. Weiser kicks it through and makes it a 2-possession game for the Selinsgrove Seals as they now lead 20-9 over the Williamsport Millionaires. Take a break, come back, give you the scoring recap, the scoring summary of that one. Selinsgrove leading 29 over the Millionaires. It's Selinsgrove football presented by Selinsgrove Ford on Eagle 107, Eagle107.com, on the SBC Sports Live YouTube channel.
Troy Zerman, head coach, meet my team. Trevor Mitros, tight end.
James Stokes, linebacker.
Brian Janelle, quarterback. Tyler Undercuffler, wide receiver. Gabe, running back.
At Zimmerman Motors, the Jeep capital of Central PA, we're catching all the incentives. See the huge savings online.
So stop in and see why people have been coming from all over the region to Zimmerman's Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and Sunday.
We're your one-stop shop. Call us at 988 Jeep or visit us online at ZimmermanJeep.com.
Nine-play drive going 80 yards, took 4 minutes and 33 seconds. Ended with that 26-yard touchdown by Rice. Rice on the night, 32 carries, 240 yards, and 2 touchdowns.
Wish I had him in fantasy.
Again, a 9-play drive covering 80 yards, finished by that 26-yard touchdown, Rice. It's Brett Rice's second of the night, his 5th of the year. That's the Selinsgrove Ford drive summary. As Logan Dresser has it teed up. Approach it here, kicks it away. End over and kick it short, though. Take it at the 22-yard line. Up the left sideline goes Dom Schroeder. And it's going to be a flag on the play near the end of that play. Selinsgrove football on Eagle 107 is sponsored in part by Helping Hands Smoke and Dam, Cole's Stony Hill Tree Farm. Speaking of Smoke and Dam Health Center, I think we have a lot of candidates, so we can just flush out any possibility of an onside kick to open up the game as a candidate for the Smoke and Dam Health Center backbreaker play of the game. Ryan, you'll have all weekend to deal with the emotion of losing that as a candidate.
Well, as long as I keep bringing it up, it's got to be considered a candidate. Maybe I don't get to pick it as the Smoke and Dam Health Center backbreaker play of the game.
Well, maybe John Bonnier will help you. He's always big on what the Smoke and Dam Health Center backbreaker play of the game. I'll have to ask him. John, is an onside kick to open up the game a possible candidate or a candidate for the Smoke and Dam Health Center backbreaker play of the game?
Setting the tone, John. Setting the tone.
First down and 10 for Williamsport. Williams on the keeper between the tackles. Makes a man miss. Still going up the left sideline before he's finally taken down as he gets to midfield. But what a move by that sophomore quarterback on the initial would-be tackler to take it for a first down out to midfield for the Millionaires.
Very shifty, quick moves. He kind of reminds me of you, Pat, when you're falling downstairs.
Sideways.
Blindfold.
With one shoe on. First down and 10 for the Millionaires. It's a low snap. Williams can't get it. Finally picks it up, and now he's going to go up the left sideline, and he's going to get positive yards. That almost blew up in his face as Portwood was close to getting a recovery.
Did he not put a knee down to pick up that ball?
Don't think he did, and the officials aren't talking about it. He started to go down and grab it, but much closer to the play are the referees, and they're going to say he did not. And not only did not get caught for having his knee down, but he ends up making it a positive play. 2nd down and 6 for the Millionaires, trailing 20-9. Williams take it off again. Going to get a 1st down. Falls forward to the 39-yard line. And there's going to be a flag. I agree with that one.
Okay, yeah. No, I agree with it too. But is that not the exact same thing in the first quarter that we said happened to Selinsgrove? And we're like, oh, they don't make the call. Well, they will later when things are getting out of control. So, like, you let that go early on. Now you see it again. That's why you got to call it every time.
And looks like they will call it. Opportunity to reset things a little bit. Rice 2 touchdowns on the night. Williams for Williamsport had a 73-yard touchdown run. Ungard hit a 37-yard field goal, and it was a 9-7 lead at halftime for Williamsport. But Selinsgrove 2 scores in the second half, one by junior Jess Maria, one by senior Rice, and Selinsgrove leading 20-9 with 7:39 to go in the game, and it is a penalty and a costly penalty against the Selinsgrove Seals that marches the ball inside the 25 down to about the 24-yard line as Williamsport trying to get on the board to cut into the Selinsgrove lead.
That was a horrible penalty, horrible decision to just run your mouth.
Put the ball back in play. Shotgun pistol look for Williams. Williams gets a low snap once again, rolling to his right. Heavy pressure, gets rid of it, and not going to find the connection to Ungard. Falls incomplete. It'll be a 2nd down and 10 for Williamsport. Again, trailing 20-9 with 7:30 to go in the game.
Jack Peters again in there causing issues. Got the pressure on the quarterback, forced him to throw it a little quicker. Timing was off, accuracy was off. You got to give a lot of credit there to Big 58.
And go back, you say Williams took a hard fall one of plays. He definitely looks a little like he's definitely dragging his foot a little bit, taking away a little bit of his explosiveness. Even the ability to throw some, you would think, as well for the sophomore quarterback. But he's gotten it out. He's still in there. 2nd down and 10 play for Millionaires. Clock stuck at 7:30 to go in the game. Williams gets the snap, rolling to his right. Heavy pressure. Gets away from the one would-be tackler. Another makes a move on Portwood up the left sideline before he tiptoes out of bounds for the 1st down for Williamsport. And what an impressive run when it looked like it was going to be a big loss by the Seals defense.
What a dagger. What a dagger. That should have been a sack. I'm not quite sure who it was that got off the edge, but that's 2 plays in a row for Selinsgrove. They got in the backfield real quick. I would keep sending the pressure. Keep sending the pressure. How many times is he going to be able to make that type of play? Just a great athlete out there in Williams for Williamsport.
Selinsgrove football on SBC Sports Live is sponsored in part by W&L Mazda, Nissan, Subaru, and Chris Canawell State Farm Insurance.
Do you think they named the town after Williams?
Close. Maybe his great uncle worked on the port.
That's right.
3rd down and 1. Rolling to the left is Williams once again. Using that quickness, he'll have a 1st down pickup as he's able to run away from defenders and pick up a very important 1st down for the Millionaires, as they'll have it inside of the 15 to about the 13-yard line.
And what's really smart about Williamsport on this drive is they've had the ability to find the sideline and get out of bounds and stop the clock. I mean, almost no time has come off the clock in this drive, and Williamsport's taking it all the way down, now inside the 15-yard line.
Stop clock with 7:16 to go. Selinsgrove leading 20-9. Handoff this time is going to go to Ungard, going to the right. Caught from behind. Goes down at the 10-yard line. Logan Dresser able to muscle out a tackle on that one, chasing Ungard from behind to the 10-yard line. Pickup of 4 to be a 2nd and 6.
This final
Millionaires.
This final 7 minutes, we're at 6:53, is going to really show you what this Selinsgrove team is made of. This is the gut check. Find that energy in the tank. Every play, everything you got. Come up with a big stop here, and let's get a victory.
Williams in the shotgun, as he has been most of the night. White in the backfield with them. Play clock at 5. Gets the snap. He's going to keep it. Going left. Met. Taken down. Again, Logan Dresser on the stop. Got some help from Blake Dresser, but it was mostly Logan Dresser making that stop on the shifty sophomore quarterback for the Williamsport Millionaires. Short of a first down, 3rd down and 2.
The best part, the clock is running right now. Williamsport not hurrying anything up here to get to the line of scrimmage.
He'll be under 6 before they take the next snap. Some confusion as White will go into the slot on the left in the trips. 3rd down and 3. Selinsgrove showing blitz. Williams takes the snap. He's going to keep it. Another design run. He's at the goal line. Touchdown for the Millionaires. He's tough.
And play should never have counted. There was a false start on the left guard. Selinsgrove pointed at it. No flag, though. And just like that, Williamsport makes this a one-possession game.
Williams gets his 2nd rushing touchdown of the night. This one in a much shorter version from just 6 yards out.
If I'm Selinsgrove, Pat, I call a timeout right now. Give yourself a little extra breather. This is a huge 2-point conversion. Maybe let Williamsport get to the line of scrimmage, see their formation, call a timeout, discuss it. Give your defense a little bit of a breather here. A massive 2-point conversion here coming up.
Trying to cut it to a 3-point lead are Williamsport. I'm thinking Williams will get the call again. He's in the shotgun. Same formation they just had. Going to get the snap. Same thing. Takes off and run. Makes a man miss. Now he's going to throw to a wide open receiver. Well done by the sophomore quarterback, evading a would-be tackler, and has the presence of mind find a wide open receiver in the end zone.
And that's the effect of the athlete in Williams, his ability to run. He did a lot with his feet in that drive. Selinsgrove definitely concerned. And when he started to scramble out around the edge, the pass coverage came up and left a man wide open in the end zone, and Williams just finds an easy target. And just like that, it's a 3-point game.
Selinsgrove came from behind a year ago at Williamsport to win 21-20. Boy, this is feeling much the same in terms of intensity. Right now, Selinsgrove holding on to a 20-17 lead over Williamsport Millionaires.
And Selinsgrove's offense is going to have to come out here and play a normal offensive series. Williamsport's got 3 timeouts. They can minimize what's going on, so you just can't run and hope you get a couple yards each play and run as much clock off as possible. They're going to have to put a drive together here. Not necessarily score, but they got to change field position and they got to eat this clock and hopefully get Williamsport to use, if not all of them, some of those timeouts.
That's a 9-play drive going 68 yards, took 2 minutes and 30 seconds. A 2-point conversion is good. With the 6-yard touchdown run by Williams, cuts into the Selinsgrove lead down to 20-17. That's the Selinsgrove Ford drive summary. Kickoff goes into the end zone. It'll be a touchback by Williamsport. Selinsgrove will have the ball 1st down and 10. And Williams now 12 carries, 147 yards and 2 touchdowns for the Millionaires.
What an athlete.
Just
Only
a sophomore.
Yeah. He kind of reminds me, and I don't remember the player's name, but when Selinsgrove played out at Altoona against Obama Prep, they had a very mobile quarterback. He reminds me a lot of that young man. That's a trivia question for you, Pat. You remember that QB's name?
I'm thinking his last name was Johnson.
And he had some D1 looks, I think,
That's
right?
what they said,
saying that?
Until 7 interceptions by the Seals killed that.
In the snow.
So he joined the band. Handoff this time for the Seals. Not to Rice, going to one of the fullbacks, going off to the right. Pickup of 3, 2nd down 7. Clock running, 5:30 to go in the game. Selinsgrove leading by 3, 20-17. A 1st down would be ginormous for the Seals.
Right now, after this play, at the snap of this play, it's going to be right at 5 minutes. So they're going to be able to get it under 5 minutes before a 3rd down play, or if they're able to get a 1st down, the next 1st down play.
Keep in mind, Ungard kicked a 37-yard field goal, and right now it's a 3-point lead for the Seals. Amato under center. Give it Rice going left. Caught from behind. Nope. Gets away from a tackle. Avoids a big loss on the play. But this still is going to be stopped for a yard loss. Make this a 3rd down and 9. So here you are, Ryan. Junior quarterback Rocco Amato. Knighting had a good first quarter with those 4 catches. Bettles had a big catch for the Seals. So what do they do here to try to pick up an all-important first down?
Well, you run a pass play here. There's a lot of time left in this game. You can't be worried about the clock right now, especially with Williamsport having 3 timeouts. And in your Selinsgrove, you got 3 timeouts as well. There's a lot you can do to control this last 4.5 minutes. So I think you throw it and go for the first down.
They stay with the power look. Got some movement up front. So that's what you do. You go get an over-anxious defensive lineman to jump off sides by Williamsport to help make this a much more manageable third down play. It's now going to be a 3rd down and 4 for the Seals.
And even if you don't get a first down here, those yards are very crucial when we're talking about field position here late in this 4th quarter. So that penalty is massive, not only in the opportunity of getting the first down.
Try it again?
Yeah.
Try to mark this out and see if you can get them to jump again. Take it all the way down. 10 seconds on the play clock. Amato under center. Power eye to the left behind him. Takes the snap. Give it to Rice. Right up the middle. Nothing. He's going to be held to no gain. So here you have 4th down and 3. 3:45 to go. Crew Carter will make his way out and looking for the biggest punt of his career to try to flip the field.
I'm really surprised Williamsport doesn't use a timeout here. And my theory behind this is in high school football, you get timeouts on offense every time you get a first down. So the part where you really can't control the clock is when you're on defense. I would assume they could save 40 seconds in this game by calling a timeout.
They choose not to. Crew Carter gets away. It's not a good punt, but it goes away from White. White's going to come up and scoop it up. Woo!
Risky.
Dangerous play by White, but he does get the ball. Especially when it didn't look like it was going to, one of those ones that was going to roll. It looked like it was going to settle down. He comes up, scoops it up, gives Williamsport the ball at their own 46-yard line. Selinsgrove leading 2017.
So Williamsport roughly is roughly about 34 yards away from matching the spot of their field goal earlier of 37 yards. So we're looking at that 20-yard line. If Williamsport gets to that 20-yard line, they're in position to kick another field goal.
Shotgun formation. Blitz being shown. Coming is the blitz. Rolling to the right is Williams. Going to be chased from behind. And finally going to be grabbed by Sassaman. Is that getting up? No, actually Zern makes the stop on the Williams, running to the right.
And a massive thing there, Pat, is they didn't allow him to get to the sideline. So the clock is continuously going to run here. And they just reset the play clock, so Williamsport might want to get a little more tempo. I'm really surprised no one's burnt a timeout yet here in this game.
Williams looking over the defense, trips to the left. Again, Selinsgrove showing blitz, look like they're going to back out of it. Williams is going to roll to his left, gets rid of it. Almost intercepted and then caught by Ungard, who's shaking defenders inside the 30. It'll take it down close to the 25-yard line.
I mean, just unfortunate. Almost intercepted, bobbled, bouncing around, catches it, somehow slips out of a tackle and gets massive yardage. As it sits right now, you'd be looking at a 45-yard field goal attempt from where it's at.
Trips to the right for Williams. Naughton alone back in the backfield. Williams is going to roll to his right. Then steps up strong. Almost intercepted again. That time Hoffman had a chance. It would have been back-to-back weeks for your linebacker getting an interception, but that ball had some mustard on it, unable to make the interception. 28-14 lead for Jersey Shore. Lime Mountain pulling away from Upper Dauphin, leading 33-20. Warrior Run seeing Lewisburg back in the game. 7-point lead for Warrior Run at 29-22. Here it's a 20-17 lead for the Seals, but Williamsport is threatening inside of Selinsgrove 30-yard line. Williams rolling to his right, being chased in the backfield. Able to get away from Mason Vasquez, throws all the way back across his body to an open receiver inside the 5 and blown out of bounds all the way inside the 5-yard line.
Just a crazy play there. Broken play. Threw it off back to the backside. And then from there, the kid just makes moves.
And you talk about those timeouts now, because now, just like that, we're at 1:51 to go, and Williamsport doesn't have to be in a ginormous rush. as they'll look to try to put the ball in the end zone. First down, goal to go from the 2-yard line. Wide receivers each side. Look for Williams to take off. He is. He's going to get to the pylon, but there's a flag on the play, and that would be a huge penalty if it goes against the Williamsport Millionaires.
Well, whatever this play is, the Williams kid at quarterback's got a stiff arm. I've seen him multiple times tonight. He's got real long arms, a lengthy kid. He gets out there, and he just keeps guys from being able to get a hold of him. Just like in the play before, it looked like Vasquez was going to have an easy sack, but that stiff arm just kept him away from the body. But what a penalty there.
That's a candidate for the Smoky Dam Health Center backbreaker play of the game. Put the ball outside of the 10-yard line. First down and goal to go. Mark it at the 12 for Williamsport. I would guess it's going to be all Williams here. He's been doing some magic stuff for the Millionaires. No hurry. Play clock under 10. Finally taking the snap. Going to option to the right. Keep it. He's at the 5. Pylon takes it to the right pylon. No flag. Touchdown for the Williamsport Millionaires.
He's just a special athlete, plain and simple. He's taking over this game right now. Williamsport doesn't really have an offense right now. They have a quarterback, and he is just running the ball, showing his ability, and he just took over. He just took over here in the fourth quarter.
And it comes with 1:41 to go in the game. Williamsport will attempt the extra point to make this a 4-point lead for the Millionaires. Ungard will attempt the extra point off the white hold.
I'd like to see the offense get together on the sideline, get themselves together. As a big drive coming up.
Maybe get down here with Amato, who's standing by himself, but now they're coming down. Gus Maria gathering, but yeah, this is where you get your offense coordinator talking about what our plays are going to look like, but he's down on the other end. It's kind of curious that he doesn't have people gathering around, because you want to talk about this 2-minute drive for Selinsgrove, how you're going to use timeouts, how you take a look at it. But Amato's not having a conversation with his offensive coordinator. I don't see him there. But this is going to be a ginormous drive and opportunity for your junior quarterback.
Well, it's going to say a lot right here. What poise does this offense have? You know, we talked before the game. We're not really sure what the identity of this Selinsgrove team is. Tonight, they've showed they're playing tough, get the run game going, mixed in with some timely passes, and they're a competitor. They're playing against a good Williamsport team. They're showing their maturity. We're kind of getting to see what maybe this offense is and what this defense is. There'd be no better way than to show that they have the clutch gene as well here and put a big drive to go with 1:41 to go here in the quarter. And who's kicking a field goal if they go for a 30-yard field goal?
So with the missed extra point, still an opportunity for the Seals. Ungard kicks a line drive, worm burner, and Brett Rice on the return. Makes a wiggle at the 25 before he goes down, before he gets to the 30. He'll be at the 29-yard line. But Williams finished off a 5-play drive with 54 yards, took a minute and 32 seconds, and ended with a 12-yard touchdown run by Williams, his third of the night for your sophomore quarterback. But the extra point was no good. And right now, Williamsport holding on to a 23-20 lead over the Seals.
55 yards, Pat, would put you down to the 15-yard line, setting up a 32-yard attempt. Do you think Selinsgrove goes for a field goal if they can get down there and it comes to fourth down?
Very interesting question, and see what if we can get to that opportunity or see if the Seals can score. Amato in the shotgun. Got some time. Get rid of it. Intercepted. And it's Williams. Williams making the interception up the right sideline, makes a miss at the 5, and we just got the candidate for the Smoky Dam Health Center backbreaker play of the game. Wow. So add an interception return touchdown for Williams. So 3 rushing touchdowns, and now a return intercepted for a touchdown for your sophomore defensive back for Williamsport.
Yeah, I mean, barring a miracle now, I think that is your Smoky Dam Health Center backbreaker play of the game.
but don't give it away. Stick around after the game, and we'll talk about the Smoking Health Center backbreaker play of the game. Definitely a candidate, as you mentioned, Ryan, because you're on top of it.
And the onside kick to start.
Those are your candidates. Oh, what a battle. What a battle by the Seals. Very impressed by how they came out in this one. But it's another missed extra point. No good. Selinsgrove, just like that, see themselves trailing 29-20. It was back with 5:44 to go in this game. They led 20-17. You go back to 8:19 to go in this game, and they led 20-9. 20 unanswered points by the Millionaires. And Williams, who before that interception is rushing 162 yards, 3 touchdowns on just 14 carries for Williamsport. Now add an INT for TD for the sophomore.
Actually kind of surprised they went for the PAT there, not a 2-point conversion. The PAT does make it 10, so a touchdown field goal ties it, but you already missed the PAT earlier. And if you do get a 2-point conversion, which your offense has been moving the ball with a very mobile quarterback, then you go up 11, and it's the same scenario as we were kind of talking earlier. Now you need a touchdown, 2-point conversion, and a field. But they go for the PAT, they miss it. It's still a 2-possession game.
So Neidig and Scorzone will be back deep waiting for this on-guard kick. This is a high under end. It's going to be short, though, taken at the 15, to the 20, 25, 30. Still going, 35-yard line, up the left sideline. And Scorzone taken out of bounds at the 35-yard line by White. So it's going to be a first down and 10 for the Seals.
Not having Teets right now, when you know you got to start airing it out, especially a deep threat, this hurts. But I think you got to look for maybe Jake Bettle streaking down the middle of the field here.
And you mentioned Teets, and we knew what kind of character kid he was. You knew he'd be on the sideline helping in any way he can. And he's been down, standing next to Coach Winbrick the entire game, trying to help his guys along any way possible, as it's an extreme struggle for a kid not to be able to be out there with his brothers. Shotgun for Amato, drops back, almost intercepted again. Naughton had a jump on that one, and it's intended for Neidig, falls incomplete. And now with 1:16 to go, Selinsgrove down 9. Clock stopped. Second down and 10.
Well, they did streak Bettle down the field there, but they tried to throw underneath him. Almost intercepted, but I get it. If he catches that ball, you got Bettle downfield blocking the safety, and then all you got to do is break the pursuit angle of the linebackers, and you got a massive play, if not a touchdown. It almost picked up.
2 wide receivers to each side. Amato in the pistol, rolling to his right. Got some pressure, steps up, gets rid of it. Catch is made by Neidig at midfield, and he's going to go down, not able to get out of bounds. They'll give him a couple yards on the catch, but now a timeout will be taken by the Seals.
If it was a 1-possession game, I get some of these shorter underneath routes, but you got 1 minute and you're down 29. I think everything needs to start being downfield. I think everything needs to be downfield right now, because you're also banking on an onside kick, and even if you get the onside kick, you need time to get it in the end zone. Right now, I don't think a 5-yard route or a 3-yard dump is an option. Everything's got to get downfield. You've got to score quick.
Also, with that pass pattern, you don't get an opportunity to get out of bounds, you get tackled. So going down, you get the stoppage, you get a first down, or even on a slant, you get a first down, or on a deep out, you can tiptoe the sidelines, get out of bounds. But unfortunately there, it did not. Tackled inbounds, had to use the timeout. So with 1:01 to go in the game, Selinsgrove down 9, 29-20. Selinsgrove has it 3rd down and 6 at their own 49-yard line. Pistol look for Amato, Rice in the backfield. Dropping back is Amato, looking for that slant. Can't get it. Now he's going to look like he's going to take off and run. He's got to try to get to the sideline, as Bettle gives a good block and Amato gets out of bounds. A lot of barking going on down there on the sideline. Amato comes up barking. On guard wants something, but no flag thrown. It'll be a first down pickup by your junior quarterback, Rocco Amato.
Man, that was a heck of a block by Jake Bettle, and what a warrior. Look at him. He's gimping out there, but he's giving it everything he has. He's not giving up. I really love what I've seen out of Jake Bettle this year.
Trips to the right this time for the Seals. First down and 10 at the Williamsport 24-yard line. Amato's going to roll to his right. Get rid of it. Catch is made and blown out of bounds as the receiver, after making the catch on the far side, that score zone, or no, just Maria making the catch. And boy, he took a big hit right at the Parker. Comes up short, second down and 1.
They're saying he didn't get out of bounds.
Because of the forward momentum. They say you get knocked backwards out of bounds, that's forward momentum, stops on contact. So killer for the Seals. Amato looking in the end zone, throws it and deflected, knocked out of the hands of the intended receiver. Back deep that time. Bettle was intended for Bettle, but unable to make the connection. Defended well by the Williamsport Millionaires defensively.
And look at Bettle. I mean, you can tell he's in pain right now. He's walking back there. He just definitely tightening up whatever the injury was.
Amato gets a call from the sideline. 22 seconds to go in the game. Seals trail 29-20. Seals had the lead with 8:19 to go in the game, where they led 20-9 in the fourth quarter. But Williamsport able to put back-to-back scores and lead 29-20. Amato taking a snap, rolling to his left. Now he's going to take off and run with it. Gets a block ahead of him at the 20 to the 15, and he's not going to get out of bounds.
Oh, you got to get out. You got to get out there.
The clock will stop for a first down, but Seals have to take a first down. Amato didn't get out of bounds. He got tackled inbounds, so after the first down pickup, they take the timeout. He's able to get the ball out, down to the 8-yard line, but you know, we always talk about coachable moments, and that's going to be one. The yardage is nothing. Stopping the clock is everything for that young man. He'll learn quickly and not make that mistake.
And now they have to score on this play. You have to score 11.7 seconds. You have to score onside kick, recover it, and then a prayer into the end zone. That's your only path. If this is incomplete or tackled inbounds, you can burn that last time out. It's not going to matter because you're not going to have enough time for an onside kick and then a play.
Worth mentioning, Matt Shelton is on the sideline. His crutches, hoping that maybe it's a sting that he can come back from. He was giving everything he could. He was playing a very good game for the Seals tonight on both sides of the ball. Playing some fullback and also along that defensive line. So hopefully quick recovery for the young man as he stands on the near side after an injury. So they're going to go for a field goal. This would be the first field goal of Weiser's career. Kinley Weiser will attempt the field goal. So he's going to attempt a 25-yard field goal off the Thomas hole. Long count, 5 on the play clock. Gets a good snap. It's down, kicks it up. Looks like it's got the distance, and it's good. So Kinley Weiser gets her first career field goal from 25 yards out for the Seals as they try to stop the bleeding after back-to-back touchdowns by the Williamsport Millionaires to make this a 29-23 lead for Williamsport. And that's all comes with just 9 seconds to go in the ball game. 25-yard field goal by Kinley Weiser.
All right, Pat, so let's kind of figure this out. 9.1 seconds, obvious onside kick coming. Could there be enough time to run 2 plays? You do have the 1 timeout, so you can pass in the middle of the field.
And now personnel-wise, trying to get guys out there for the kickoff. Some guys running in and out and trying to get them out there. Guys are confused and
oof, okay. So Williamsport does call a timeout. That bails out Selinsgrove there because there was a ton of confusion again on the special teams and who's on the field and who's not.
It's been a thorn in Selinsgrove's side. Having to take timeouts on PATs and timeouts on kickoffs. with personnel trying to get guys in and out. Some guys are still coming to the sidelines. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. A Dresser talking. He'll go out there and do the kicking as they'll attempt the onside kick. But like you said, fortunate for the Seals, Williamsport took the timeout to talk about an onside kick. Selinsgrove did kick an onside kick successfully to start the game, but that caught Williamsport off guard. They're not going to catch Williamsport off guard on this one. 9 seconds to go, 29-23 lead for Williamsport. Dresser has it teed off. Now Bettle will run to the other side as they're trying to work out the personnel issues continuously before this onside kick. It's going to go. It's not going to. Yeah, it's touched before it went 10 yards. Jumping on top of it was Williamsport. They can kneel down, and the ball game will come to an end. Difference tonight became a sophomore quarterback who came to his own right in front of us, Ryan. 3 rushing touchdowns for Williams, a pick 6 for Williams, and he was the difference, no doubt about it tonight. And he is going to be in the middle of a Schmokening Health Center backbreaker play of the game.
This is tough. This is tough, man. I feel for these kids. They've faced a lot of adversity in the first half of this season. They really deserve this win tonight. They played so well, but man, the athleticism of Williams, the quarterback for Williamsport, just too much. No answer for him there in the fourth quarter.
Stick around for our Eagle 107 post game. We'll get you the scoring recap, stats, other scores, and wrap things up here from Harold L. Bullock Memorial Field as Selinsgrove will travel to take on heavily favored Shamokin Indian team at Kemp Memorial Stadium next week. One knee taken by Williams, and that's going to wind out the final seconds on this one. Teams will meet at midfield. Selinsgrove falls tonight 29-23 to the Millionaires. The fall to 1-4, and the Millionaires improve to 4-1. Take a break, come back. This Selinsgrove football presented by Selinsgrove Ford on Eagle 107, eagle107.com, and on the SBC Sports Live YouTube channel.
Coming out tonight to cheer on our athletes. Please take the time to leave the parking lot and have a safe trip home.
We put our members first.
Since the youngest flew the nest, there's been a lot of tears.
Of joy.
When Armija left, we decided to finish the basement.
So we call members first.
Between our low-rate home equity loan and Members First Concierge, all that was left to decide, dry bar or wet bar.
Very wet bar.
Salute Members First.
We put our members first.
Time to do something a little different with your financial life? At Service First, we take pride in being anything but typical and helping our 47,000 plus members achieve their financial goals. At Service First, we're celebrating 50 years of being friends you can bank on. Become a member today.
We put our members first.
Here I am, CEO, COO, CFO, CMO, all the O's. The coolest owner. Getting my company off the ground wasn't easy, but I believed in me, and so did Members First. Thanks to my Members First concierge, my business account was up and running in no time. Entrepreneur, entrepreneur. Thank you, Members First.
Members first.
Out his first of the night, his 4th of the season. 5-play drive, 90 yards, extra point good. Selinsgrove led 7-0 with 8:59 to go in the first half. But Williamsport come back in a big way. Williams, quarterback, 73-yard touchdown run with 8 minutes to go in the half. Just a 2-play drive covering those 73 yards. Extra point no good. Selinsgrove holding on to a 7-6 lead. But Ungard for Williamsport would kick a 37-yard field goal with 1:45 to go in that first half. That was a 10-play drive. Went for 49 yards, just under 3 minutes. And it was a 9-7 lead, and that would be the score at halftime. Williamsport leading 9-7. But Selinsgrove would have back-to-back scores. Just Maria would take it from 9 yards out. That was an 8-play drive, covering 68 yards. Took just under 5 minutes to get it into the end zone. The extra point was no good, and it was a 13-9 lead for the Seals. That would be the score at the end of the third quarter. Moving to the fourth quarter, and Selinsgrove would extend their lead on Brett Rice's second rushing touchdown of the night. This came from 26 yards out. It was with 8:19 to go in the game. The extra point good, and Selinsgrove led 20-9. But Williams for Williamsport would have a 6-yard touchdown run, backed up with a 12-yard touchdown run, get back-to-back scores. One was a 2-point conversion to cut it to 3. The next one was no good, but Williamsport would take the lead 23-20. And then Williams, a pick 6 off an Amato pass into the flat, in for the score. The extra point no good. 9-point lead for the Williamsport Millionaires. Selinsgrove would get a field goal from Kinley Weiser with just 9 seconds to go in the game. It came from 25 yards out. That was a 7-play, 47-yard drive. Took a minute and 10 seconds. And Selinsgrove would cut the lead to 6. A little too late for the Seals as they fall to the Williamsport Millionaires 29-23. Looking at the Schmokendam Health Center backbreaker play of the game, and we joked around. Selinsgrove started the game with a onside kick to open up the game. They recovered it, and boy, Selinsgrove would get the recovery and try to set the tempo in the game. They got a great rushing performance from their senior running back, who had 2 rushing touchdowns on the night for the Seals. But when you start talking about the Schmokendam Health Center backbreaker play of the game, it's the INT, unless you have a different one for me, Ryan, by Williams, taking it for the score to give them the 9-point lead to increase the Williamsport lead to 29-20 as we look at the Schmokendam Health Center backbreaker play of the game.
I mean, as much as I want to say it's the onside kick to start, we're joking around. I mean, is there any more of a definition of a backbreaker play to the game than that pick 6 in that moment? No way. It's an easy pick for you tonight.
That's the Schmokendam Health Center backbreaker play of the game. Schmokendam Health Center offering medical care, chiropractic care, rehabilitation, and more. Call 570-743-4333 for an appointment with Schmokendam Health Center. We'll come back, get the stats, and wrap things up here from Harold L. Bullock Memorial Field as the Selinsgrove Seals fall 29-23. We'll continue Seals postgame show here on Eagle 107, eagle107.com after this break. show as Selinsgrove falls tonight 29-23 to the Williamsport Millionaires. The fall to 1-4. Williamsport bounces back after a loss last week to the Shikellamy Braves. They are at 4-1. Taking a look at the numbers from this one, given to our stat man Zach Showers in Alaska. 21st downs for the Seals, 313 yards rushing, 121 yards passing for a total of 434 yards of offense for the Seals. Just 3 penalties and 1 turnover, costly one though for the Seals. On the other side, it's the looking at the Williamsport. Look at Williamsport, 13 first downs, 187 yards rushing, 119 yards passing for 306 total offense. Williamsport did have 8 penalties for 60 yards, no turnovers on the night for the Williamsport Millionaires. Obviously, big plays in the game. You had the Ungard's 37-yard field goal, Williams' 36-yard pick six, and Weiser, give her credit, she had a 25-yard field goal with just 9 seconds to go. Her first career field goal for Kinley Weiser. Congrats to her. Amato finished tonight 8 for 14, 121 yards and an interception. Rice, he ended up with 35 carries, 241 yards and 2 touchdowns. Kudos to the senior running back for the Selinsgrove Seals, going over 240 yards and 2 touchdowns. Guess Maria, 7 carries, 27 yards and had a touchdown. Jake Bettle, 2 catches for 59 yards. Neidick, 5 catches for 53 yards for the Seals. For Williamsport, 10 for 18, 119 yards. His main target was Dan Schroeder, 4 catches for 54 yards. Vanguard had 2 catches for 28 yards. Williams finished the night rushing for 14 times, 162 yards and 3 touchdowns. Naughton, 5 rushes for 25 yards. And the note that we got with the stats, you look at this stat sheet, this doesn't look like a stat sheet of a team that came 6 points short and a loss here tonight. Tough to swallow.
Remove the scoreboard from the coverage and watching the game, you really felt like Selinsgrove kind of won it. I mean, other than that fourth quarter there by Williams, the rest of the game I thought Selinsgrove was large and in charge, but not enough lead for the performance that we got out of Williamsport's sophomore quarterback Williams.
Selinsgrove football on SBC Sports Live, sponsored in part by Blaze Alexander Chevrolet Selinsgrove. Polish, Party Place, and Service First Federal Credit Union. Get ready to wrap things up again. Of course, the Selinsgrove Seals will be on the road next week to take on the Shamokin Indians. Want to give you one last updated score that we had. We had Jersey Shore leading. They pulled away from Shikellamy, and they win that one 42-14. The other score we're keeping an eye on, future opponent of the Selinsgrove Seals, taking a good Mifflinburg team and beating them 49-14. Hollidaysburg beat Mifflinburg 49-14. Selinsgrove Seals football on Eagle 107, sponsored in part by Buffalo Wild Wings and New Berlin Storage Company. Well, that wraps up the Eagle 107 post-game show as Selinsgrove Seals again falls to the Williamsport Millionaires 29-23. Again, next week we'll be on the road at Kent Memorial Stadium as the Seals will take on the Shamokin Indians. Catch Seals game day with me, Pat O'Brien, Ryan Brandt at 6, followed by the kickoff at 7. Remember, you can catch live play-by-play action of the Penn State Nittany Lions on Eagle 107. For Zach Showers, our stat guy, Rob Center, our producer, and all the SBC Sports Live staff, this is Pat O'Brien saying thank you, Ryan, for joining me tonight. And thank you to all of you for joining us for Seals football on Eagle 107, eagle107.com, and on the SBC Sports Live YouTube channel.